All right. We are here and we are back at Agribition. It's the SportsCage. Welcome back. Curtis doing a heck of a job getting us on the air frantically.
Yeah.
The changeover from Colin Lovequist to the SportsCage, it's difficult.
You would think it would be simple.
It's a lot like the lunar landing. Different parts going in and clicking out and all this, but
gotta get the Buick out, get it on the moon.
I think it's here. We don't hear Colson telling us we're not on the air. It's Thursday show. Welcome.
We hope we're on the air.
We got 3 hours for you Thursdays for Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. The program today, we're going to need another mic because Brendon LaBatte's coming up, former Saskatchewan Roughrider.
I thought we had one.
Your hunting buddy.
We're going to go soon, I guarantee you. Maybe he's free tomorrow.
He is, really?
I'm going tomorrow.
Brendon LaBatte, we're going to talk football. We're going to talk the Grey Cup, the Vanier Cup. If you got any questions for him, we always welcome your participation on the program through the Prairieland Rentals text line, 936-6262. Prairieland Rentals, 600 Albert Street. Get to deal with the owner. It was snowing today. And I was like, oh, here it comes.
No.
The forecast didn't call for it.
Mild.
Not mild. It's cold out, man.
No, it's the end of November. It's the 27th of November. It's beautiful outside.
I was vest guy today. Learned that was a little aggressive. A little aggressive.
So what you're saying is you're underdressed.
Need a jacket. It's time for the jacket.
It is time for the jacket.
936-6262, Prairieland Rentals text line if you want to participate. If you got any questions for Brendon LaBatte, if you have questions for
Mitch Picton.
Do we want to open up questions for Mitch Picton? Mitch Picton is joining us. Saskatchewan Roughrider Grey Cup champ. Right around 3:30. Questions for Arash Madani. I have questions for Arash Madani. The question I have for Arash Madani in Hour 2 and the Hour 3 guest, Glen Suitor, exactly the same.
This relates to
I want to know. Did anybody contact Corey Mace?
About what?
That's what everybody is saying. It's super vague.
On the Toronto job?
Yes.
I think they went to his agent.
You don't know that.
Well, if I had to guess.
If you can research that and find that out, that would clear up a lot of uncertainty. Because it seems that everybody I ask is mum on it. Now, either it was faulty reporting, it did happen, and there's going to be tampering investigation. If it goes through his agent, I would suspect, why would you leak that? If you're the agent.
Well, because you want Corey to get a new contract with more money. You want to know.
He just signed.
I'm just telling you. You want to keep.
You know what kind of move that would be?
You want to keep your name out there. You want to be number one.
All right. We agreed on the price of this house. And then you go to sign the papers. Oh, by the way, it's $15,000 more. What?
We got a new deal.
We just negotiated the price.
I hear what you're coming with. Yes, but I don't think it's the agent.
I don't think it's the agent.
Well, they didn't phone his wife. Maybe they did.
What do you think out there? 936-6262.
It is true, honestly, that there was some reach out somehow, somewhere, but I don't know to who and by whom.
So, Rash, I'm going to ask Glen Suitor that. I would like an update. SJHL Report with Benny Walchuk. That's brought to you by Chad Reach, Senior Wealth Advisor, GP Financial Services, of Visa Wealth, locally owned.
We got on our SJHL hats today.
Our SJHL hats are on. If you're watching the stream, SJHL hats are on. We have an SJHL hat to give away for the SJHL Report. Maybe we have an SJHL hat to give away here at Agribition.
Really?
If you're listening right now and you're like, hey, I'm going down, I might go say hi to the fellas.
Swing by the booth?
I might go say hi to the fellas and say, I heard you're giving away SJHL hats. You never know. You never know if that's a win.
That smells good.
Yeah, the cooking's going on. I really want to talk to these people at the International Rural Exchange. I want to know more about that.
Do you want to send your kids away, or do you want to go?
I would like to go.
Okay.
Maybe me and the missus can be an International Rural Exchange. Rural Exchange, anywhere golfing. Anywhere
you
that
can't
golf
rural
courses are
exchange
prevalent.
just to Phoenix.
Well, no. What about over in Europe? This show is... When you walk around this place,
yep.
Agribition we're talking about, if you're in the city, when you walk around this place, You got everything. Like,
you do.
You want to shop. You want to be, informed. The dog rescue. I'm going to get sucked into getting a dog at some point. Just kidding. If my wife and family are listening.
I did stop at the dog rescue. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
if you like a cold beverage, there's lots of beverage stations.
That tugs right at the feels, both of those, the dog rescue and the beverage stations.
The beverage stations often have a guitarist there singing a few songs. It's like that Nashville feel to it. Everywhere you go, there's somebody playing a few tunes. You could probably hear it behind us.
We talked about that yesterday. That I absolutely love. And I almost thought I heard Everything That Glitters Is Not Gold. It wasn't. Ever since the lady texted in the other day that song, I've had it in my head. It's our picture on a poster in a cafe.
Hey, did you go through the shopping section over there in the arenas?
Briefly.
Holy smokes.
Briefly.
Like if you're stuck on what to get somebody for Christmas, head down, go to the shopping section. You can cover it all. Little ones to big ones, you can cover it all.
Speaking of booths,
I'm an XL.
Our friends at Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers are here. Booth 113 International Trade Center. Go and visit them. Why? They have 1,300 agriculture lots to bid and get you ready for spring next year. They have land sales, like the amount of land sales that they're doing now. And then I know a lot of people, I was talking to the Ritchie Brothers, it's like, hey, I sell my machinery with Ritchie Brothers. I'm going to sell my land over here. Why wouldn't you just do it all the same place?
Yeah, do it all in one spot. They can handle it. They can do it better than anybody.
Oh, right there. You want to deal with the pros. There you go. They got a global marketplace with personalized local support. Visit rbauctions.com or go and see them, booth 113, International Trade Center. It's Thanksgiving in the States.
I had turkey today.
Of course you did. I had Western pizza at lunch. So we have the Lions and Packers game on right now.
Yeah. Yesterday
when we were discussing Sprinkle of the Day, I was adamant. I thought, I was the smartest guy in the room. I'm taking the tie.
I thought that's what you were doing.
Divisional opponents, Thanksgiving. It's the Packers and Lions. This is going to be a 3-point game, which in Sports Select Pro Line is a tie.
And it's usually really good odds, too, right?
Smartest guy in the league. I get to the window today to make my bets. I get to the Sherwood Co-op, and I take the Lions to win outright.
They're not even ahead.
They're definitely not ahead. I am aware of that.
You picked the wrong dog in the race. And they were the favorites.
I got no one to blame but myself.
No kidding.
It was a last-minute change at the window. That's what it was. So there's that game, and then the Cowboys-Chiefs. That's the next game. That's the game that I think might set a record for viewership. Regular season tackle football game.
I have taken the Cowboys outright because they're at home and it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a ballsy bet, man.
It is, but I like it.
And those are great odds.
Yeah.
We'll keep you updated on everything that's going on there with the NFL games. We're going to talk about the rodeo as well.
Oh, it was good last night.
Somebody from the rodeo is going to come by this hour. And we don't know who. So we're just going to be like you out there if you were introduced to someone for the first time. And we're just going to, what's your name? What do you do?
Where are you from?
When did you start doing this? Why do you do this? I don't know if it's a male or a female.
I watched the rodeo last night with a couple of real cowboys, Jack and Art. And
it was two separate people?
Two separate people,
okay.
Yeah. And it was pretty entertaining to watch the rodeo. I'm not going to lie to you. It was a ton of fun. The rodeo was really good last night. Great show. Everything was good. Like the bronc riding, the bull riding, the steer wrestling, the kids on the sheep, the mutton busting. That was fantastic last night. So, yeah, it was a good show. Really good show. If you don't have rodeo tickets, you have missed out because it's a dandy.
I always said I was going to get my kids into the mutton busting.
Yeah.
And then this is the true story. It just dawned on me this year. They're too old.
They're too old.
Like, Roman's a man.
He's got to go to junior steer riding.
Yeah. Roman's got a dislocated shoulder. He can't play the rest of the year. He was steer riding. That's rodeo. Gabby would be a feisty bull, or not a bull rider, barrel racer.
I could see her being a roper too.
I could see her getting mad at the barrels, getting mad at the horse, getting mad at everybody but herself.
She's not to blame. It's everybody else's fault.
Okay, so the rodeo started at 7?
Yep.
What time did it wrap up last night?
9:22, we were headed to the exits.
Exits or to the...
No, to the exit. I went home. I was a good boy. Yeah.
It looked like a great crowd, as per usual.
It was a great crowd. Yeah, place was full.
Speaking of rodeo, the hottest ticket in Regina every year is the Saturday night finals rodeo.
It is the finals of this rodeo. So
it's packed.
Aggregate.
It's the place to be. People like to be seen at it. We talked about that yesterday. The women get dolled up. The men do spray tans and things, and they go. And we have 2 tickets to give away to that.
There's a party in the dirt.
Party in the dirt. 2 tickets to give away to that from Croft Electric.
Yeah.
On this program today.
We have to come up with a question that you have to answer.
And we are going to figure out, you're either going to have to do the text line, or you're going to have to come right here to us to get into the entry, to win those tickets. Those are hot tickets. We might as well have...
What do you want the question to be?
Let's go to break and we'll figure that out. And then Brendon LaBatte's going to join us.
I love it.
As well. SportsCage, we're live here at Agribition. Sharky, Curtis has us on the air. Colson's back at the shop. On Thursdays, it's for Access Communications.
And Flooring Superstore.
You're for Flooring Superstore. I forgot about that.
Flooring Superstore.
I just talked to Trent Dickin yesterday.
They're coming on Monday.
There you go.
Yep.
Flooring Superstore, Park Street.
Yep.
Cash and carry prices can't be beat.
They'll install.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't install, like me or Sharky, they got install guy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. It's the Sports Cage live from Agribition. Welcome back to the Cage live from Agribition for Access Communications on this Thursday. Sharky's here. He's for Flooring Superstores. Thanks for making some time joining us. If you're watching the stream right now, joining us in the middle, the large man in the middle, Brendon LaBatte, former Saskatchewan Roughrider, is joining us here. How is it going? How's Agribition so far?
It's been good. It's been going pretty good. So
what have you been doing here?
Just walking around, checking everything out,
taking it all in.
Barns, yeah.
Credit card coming out?
Hasn't been yet. Actually, funny story. My credit card number got stolen, so they had to cancel it. So I don't actually have a credit card right now. I've been going to the mail every day hoping it shows up.
But what if you run into a real steal of a deal? You have to run to the
cash only.
That ATM's going to get hit hard.
Was he used at a Popeyes in Detroit? Was that where it was? Or?
It was down in the States,
yeah.
And it started showing up DoorDash charges.
Yeah.
So I had all these random DoorDashes, and I was actually up north at a flyout camp while this was going on. And I get out, and they had, when I talked to Visa, they had like 20-some transactions flagged. And nobody had ever called me yet. But then I went to go use my card, and it wouldn't work. So then I called them, and then they're, we've had mysterious activity or something like that. So
what was the criminal's flavor of choice? What did they like for a meal?
It just said DoorDash, so I don't know. And petty Apple charges.
Oh, that's great. How's the of course you guys were just back here and you're talking hunting. So what was the talk about?
Well, we're just, we're talking about the number of whitetail around and the bucks, and they're hard to find. They're knocking down a big buck right now is not as easy as it's been in the past.
Why?
I don't know. We got so many mule deer down south right now that it's tough to find any sort of whitetail really, but then I've talked to a few guys further up north, and they've shot some nice bucks. So I don't know, and I know I was seeing them north of Larange there this summer. So
really,
it's almost like they're migrating north a little bit.
And the elk are coming the other way because they had that open elk zone, and I heard there was some places were like a war zone. Right, there was shots going off everywhere. Where we were on Saturday wasn't too bad, but there was 8 or 10 shots you could hear in the distance, but nothing real close. But again, we didn't see a buck on Saturday, so got 2 more weeks yet for deer season. Till the 15th or something. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, up north for sure.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Grey Cup, the 5th one, another banner. Mm-hmm. You have one up there. What did you think of the game?
Thought it was a really good game. I thought it felt like we were in control the whole time, but when I watched it, it was the first drive there. Their linebacker had a chance to pick that ball off, and he didn't. And then we get the the offensive pass interference in our favor and then the fumble. So it always comes down to a few plays, and I thought those were the 3 plays that kind of swung it in our favor, even though it felt like we were in control the whole time. I thought it was a closer game.
What did you think about the offensive line? I thought they played good. Like AJ had holes. Trevor said you didn't have to wear shoulder pads.
I thought so too, and I think playing that many Americans on there really helps out. I think that's the biggest mismatch you can get in the league is having the NFL D tackles going against a Canadian O lineman. So when you bring in American guards, I think that really helps it out. And Ferland was solid in the middle, and then Jamarcus out on the right tackle there. I thought he did a great job all year long. Like, he doesn't even get his edge bent. He's just locking guys down. So it was good to see him get his recognition as outstanding lineman.
When you talk about that, what's the biggest difference in there? Is it just experience? Is it just guys they play against? What's the biggest difference in the tackle, the guard?
I think definitely the amount of experience and the caliber of opponents that they faced in the past, and then there's just some physical differences. Like, you're getting, one guys that are just short of being in the NFL or have had a taste of NFL, so that, they're athletic freaks, and then you're getting a Canadian farm boy out there trying to block them. So it can be a big mismatch. I think that's the biggest one in the league at times. That's
where we were talking about Schultz yesterday, and I saw it when we went to Westlake in Austin for a high school game this year, and it no disrespect to and panic here, no disrespect to what we're doing here. We've got amazing football players and all that, but the gymnasium in this high school and the training facilities and the nutritionist and everything, and then these guys ran onto the field, and I know we got big farm boys up here, but I'm just like, come on, that guy's not in grade 12. The guy's like, no, he's not, he's in grade 11. And I'm like, whoa. It's just, and you times it by 10. Like, there's just more people.
That's right.
So bigger, stronger, faster. So that's a really good point. Back on the Hardrick thing, he should come back. He should keep playing.
Oh, he should definitely keep playing.
Yeah.
His game is solid right now, for sure. It's a matter of what he wants to do. Does he want to test the free agency and see what bucks are out there for him, or does he want to come back and try and make it up with the playoff money that he could potentially get coming here if they can retain that core group? So it's always a crossroads. Do you take the for sure money and sign the bigger contract for a few extra bucks, or do you bank on the team repeating?
So the money thing, and we see it in all sports, the money thing is one thing, but at that point of your career too, you really don't want to go get your head bashed in anyway. You want to win too, and you're coming back to what's a pretty good team.
Yep. No, absolutely. You always weigh that in, and then he's already, to rebound after the season previous with the injury, so he's already had a taste of that. So, you want to be able to end on a high note for sure. So I think that whatever he decides to do, hopefully we can keep him here, because his game, I thought when he was in Winnipeg, he was kind of underrated, and living in Stanley's Brian's shadow there, because I think he's been a real solid player for a long time, but he's finally getting the recognition he deserves.
On the other side, the other tackle, that Collins kid, he was just a monster. But not only was he big, he was athletic. Like, he could run, he could he could have played tight end, for God's sakes. Tell me what you think of him and his game.
Yeah, I think those are, like, I see a lot of Xavier Fulton when I was playing.
Okay.
You're kind of a borderline freak athlete to be an O-lineman, and I think that anytime you are that, or you're that almost overgrown tight end, that you fare well. You can deal with the speed of the defensive ends coming at you so much better than a big guy who's just hoping to get hands on, and if he doesn't, then he's kind of in a bind, where if you got the footwork to be able to recover and put yourself in a good situation, then I think that's what he's got going for him.
Nice.
Who was the long snapper for the Riders?
Jorgen Hughes.
Was it Hughes? Yeah, because Schultze yesterday was talking about, what's his
Jocelyn
name? Fournette. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And just how he was a freak athlete, and they were like, buddy, like, figure this out and go down south. Like, you can do this here. And he wanted to play O-line so bad in the Canadian Football League. And like, do you understand what we're telling you to do career-wise?
Yeah.
And they just couldn't wrap he couldn't wrap his head around that, and he just wanted to play offensive line instead of giving it a shot down. So when you look at the guys that are expected to maybe get a look the NFL on our end, at what age do you think they kind of stop looking down there? Both sides, as a player and as what they're looking for.
somewhere 26, 28 years old. 28 is definitely your final kick at the cat, and you'd have to kind of be a late bloomer and really show up. But 26, and like when I was with Bob Wiley early in my career, he said, you can't get down there fast enough. If you got the opportunity, you got to go right now. They want you as young as possible, so if you can make that transition at 23, 24, you're standing a better chance. Once you get up to that 26, you're kind of right on the borderline, and 28 is almost unheard of anymore. But I think you'd still possibly show up on a radar.
What about other positions? Is that across the board, or is that just offensive line?
That was offensive line.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's probably even earlier for some of them guys.
Yeah.
Like they'd be willing to – offensive line can traditionally play a little longer, so they might look at you a touch older than what, say a receiver or a DB. I'd imagine their window's even smaller.
And there's even more of them, if you will, right? There's even more guys that can run fast or catch the ball on the outside or whatever the case. So the big hogs that can do the job, they're more rare than the receivers.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, part of being on the O-line is it's so technical that it does take a while, and then you kind of get used to playing against bigger, stronger guys. So, I mean, to be a late bloomer and get a late look there is not as unheard of as it would be for a receiver, where you're relying more on your natural skill set.
It's interesting how you said it's so technical. Not a lot of people think of the lineman as very technical. Like, if you're not a football person, you wouldn't think what you're doing is technical, right?
Yeah. I mean, a few degrees on a step, or 4 to 6 inches on. Did you get width on your first step, or hand placement is huge. If you got your hands out on the outside shoulders, you're going backwards. So inside hand leverage always wins, and then the way you deliver the strike, like there's a whole bunch of technicalities that go into it.
Do you ever kick tires down there, or?
Yeah, I went for a few cups of coffee.
What was it like?
Wasn't for me, that's for sure.
Were both the same experiences, or where were they?
I went to the one that kind of broke the camel's back was when I went to Indianapolis, and I just got thrown into a hotel room and got a knock on the door 36 hours later. Yeah, we're ready for you. So that was my final experience. But I went to Kansas City, got work like a dog out there all by myself. That wasn't too enjoyable. And then actually, hindsight 2020, when I went to Pittsburgh, that was probably the best opportunity in the way their season ended up unfolding that year. That would have been the one to fall into. They went to the Super Bowl, and Chris Komiatu, their left guard, got injured, so they ended up playing Doug Legursky at left guard in the Super Bowl, and I was right there, and Tomlin said, we got a contract upstairs for you, but we were looking for a signing bonus, and everything kind of got a little off the rails.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, that's probably a story you don't like to tell or think about too often, right?
No, I don't mind. I mean, I'm happy with how my career shaped out, not coming back home and everything else that I got going on now. Or to be down there would have been fun, but I mean, that's a 1 or 2 year deal, and then you're down the road, and you never really get to set up and establish yourself anywhere. So I wouldn't change it.
Do you ever, I guess, share that story specifically with younger guys? And, because obviously there's agents involved, and it's a business, and you're going to take care of yourself and think down the road and all. Do you ever share that story?
Yeah, I've told a few people about it, but it's just one of them things where, I mean, you can't look back and regret anything. It was a great opportunity to be there, and it was probably the easiest workout. I mean, it was a warm-up. Like, that's all they wanted out of me. And then we went in for lunch, and there was a few other guys from the CFL that were down there at the same time. So, I mean, it's if the opportunity's there and you feel good about it, you take it. And if you got any remorse about it or you're not sure, you keep on moving.
Darius Rucker wrote a song, Led Me to This. You never know, right? If you stayed down there where you wouldn't have, what you have now, like you said. So it's great. Brendon LaBatte, former Saskatchewan Roughrider, joining us, Grey Cup champ in 2013. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Also, Mitch Picton is going to join us. Regina boy, Grey Cup champ. What does his future hold? That's interesting. Maybe some wisdom. You can throw some wisdom out in the hair. It's the SportsCage. We're live at Agribition for Access Communications, streaming through our YouTube channel, sportscage.com. Barney and Sharky's with me for Superstores. Curtis has got us all buttoned up here. I don't know who he's brought to you by, but he's doing yeoman's work on that end of things. And Access Communications, who brings you the show on Thursday. Also, we're down here with Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers, booth 113, International Trade Center. They make buying and selling easier through the power of a global marketplace, personalized local support. You can visit rbauctions.com or just go to booth 113 International Trade Center and chat with the guys and girls over there. Brendon LaBatte's still with us here. We're waiting for Mitch Picton to jump in on the stream. I wanted to ask you, you didn't have a chance to watch the Vanier Cup, but you heard a lot about it. Rams couldn't get there, so Huskies next best thing there. And again, we see a team from Quebec, and then again Montreal winning again. As a guy that's gone through the Canadian university route, what do you think about them being able to, is it CJEP, that they're allowed to kind of basically play junior football and then still have the availability to play at 5 years or whatever it is, like we used to back in the day? Because when you played, could you go junior, and or is it right around there where they changed that?
You were eligible for 2 years of junior when I was playing, and then it started to take away from your CIS eligibility, which
is huge. Mm-hmm. So what are your thoughts on how it's a different playing field in Quebec?
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, you're just that much more physically mature, and at that age and that time in your life, if you're in the weight room at all, the gains that you can have, you're essentially coming back and you're playing men amongst boys, like the physical maturity that you go through at that age. I mean, you just look at the weights and you get bigger and stronger. So that's unfortunately how it is. And when I was starting out in university, our average age was older, but then when Manitoba won the Vanier in 2007, I mean, I was 19, 20 years old, and we're going against 28, 29-year-old defensive linemen. And, I mean, the power that they have, and not so much the skill at that point.
Just
because
the sheer size.
Just the sheer size and strength. I mean, and you better be really dialed in technique-wise to be able to combat and compete against that sort of stuff. So I think just at that age, that if you're bigger and stronger, then you can get away with a lot of things.
And the male brain, like, I don't know why I know this. I heard it. I think I was listening to a hockey podcast or something. Like, it can develop until 32, right? So that 24, 25, 26 is huge. And, so you have that aspect too. Like you said, in the gains, we're all males here. At that point when you get into your 20s, you're like, I'm actually putting muscle on. Yeah. And they're if you're taking supplements and stuff, they're actually kind of working here. It's just it obviously pisses me off because it's not fair.
Well, it's not right. There can't be two sets of rules.
Fair or right, whatever semantics.
Yeah, there can't be two sets of rules. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. No, I think you got to look at the age and try and keep the age comparable, and I don't know exactly what it would have shook down to, but I recall going back to 2007 there, that the average age of Manitoba, U of M, on defense was older than the Bombers that year, and they went to the Grey Cup. So, and that's just how it was. So to see one team still having that, I mean, that's definitely an advantage, no doubt about it. Not that we're making excuses, though.
No, it's not an excuse.
I am.
Well, it's not an excuse, but the reality is, if some team gets, or some place gets a different set of rules to follow than the other teams, there's a difference in.
Well, how would it work? Like, let's figure, like in hockey.
Yeah.
Like someone would go, whoa, this makes no sense. So you mean the Quebec League? Let's say it's Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Okay, they could play Junior A, even 24. Junior B. You guys can play 2 years of that, and then you can play Major Junior until you're 22, 23. Well, and then you got 19-year-olds on the other end.
17-year-olds, yeah.
You would go, no, that's not fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. U Sports has something to fix here, and they better get it right quick.
But I want to know who's wagging the dog here. Is the tail wagging? Like, what's Quebec got? Where's the skin in the game here? Who's getting the under the table rub, or here's a bag of money, just be quiet.
Yeah.
And it's Laval and Montreal. Like, there's no other teams there. And we've heard about Laval and Montreal when they traveled, when they chartered and they came in. Like, there is massive money. There's massive donors here. So to think that somebody's getting a side deal, I wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility in my brain. Again, I'm a little bit heated about it. I don't even have any skin in the game. It just pisses me off.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something that they should have a conversation about and try and balance the playing field there a little bit, because it's definitely a competitive advantage to have guys that big and strong going against younger kids, essentially.
Would have been nice to see a Sasky team win, though, eh?
Oh, absolutely. And
in Regina.
Yeah, and if the Rams couldn't do it, to see U of S do it with Flory, I think that would have been awesome for him. But then there's a lot of good guys involved in that program too, Joel Lipinski and Waldo, and I know there's quite a few guys that are helping out there, so it'd be awesome to see those guys. And I think they're going to get it eventually. It's just a matter of time.
I was at Western Pizza for lunch today.
Again.
And it's not just pizza. I know Spiro said some people from Wilcox came in yesterday and said, hear you on the Sports Cage all the time, had to try the pizza. More than pizza, all the Greek favorites you love. Let's go out on the Western Pizza guest hotline. Joining us, Grey Cup champion from Regina, receiver Mitch Picton. Mitch, are you still celebrating?
We are still celebrating. Yeah, I think we're gonna enjoy this one appropriately.
Where have you taken have you been able to take it anywhere in Regina that you maybe thought throughout your career back when you were younger, if I ever win the Grey Cup, I'm taking the Grey Cup here?
Yeah, I don't know any places like that, but we were at Smoking Outlaws. They hosted us, did a fantastic job. They're great over there. Where we were at Homestead the other night. It's kind of been all over town. Guys have it on different nights, and I feel like we've been all over the place with it.
Is there any particular would you take it back to the high school? Would you take it back to where you started out and show the kids that you can make this from where you are?
Yeah, I think at some point I'm definitely going to take it over there, get it over to the clubhouse at the U of R for the Rams guys. I was kind of letting the guys that are going to be leaving town and going back home, let them do their thing with the cup, have their time. I'm here all winter, so we'll have lots of time to get it out to the places that I want to get to.
Brendon LaBatte's joining us here. Did you do anything with it? Did you go hunting with it? You got it?
No, we did have it down in Radville, though.
Did you?
Yeah, we had a big community celebration with it down there, and actually my daughter that's here, she's got a picture of it in her crib with her. So
nice.
That's super cute.
We were saying might have to take it down south to the hunting spots down south and celebrate down there a little bit. There'll be some guys down there that'd be pumped up to see it, I think.
Mitch, we can pick you up tomorrow morning. We're going if you want to jump in. So, just saying.
My brother was bugging me to go tomorrow, actually.
You want to go with Sharky. Sharky knows some spots. Well, both of these guys do.
So does Mitch. He's got some spots, too.
Hey, man, I wanted to say, I know we skated together in the winter and stuff, out on the ice and stuff. You're a genuine guy. I really like the speech, before the Grey Cup and you showing that emotion. And I think that's something that's kind of going to live forever, when you talk about riders in that Grey Cup and a hometown boy and just that emotion that came out. I'm sure you heard from a lot of guys on that, and just, it's probably something you're never going to forget, right? The emotion of winning, but also leading up to it.
Yeah, of course. It was a busy week. The week was incredible, honestly. We had a lot of fun, but we got a lot of work done as well, which we had to. And then, nobody ever does anything by themselves. So to be able to acknowledge my family, who they, made it up there and came to watch us win it in Winnipeg's building was pretty special. And, they've chased me all over the country to watch me play ball. So, certainly haven't done this on my own. It takes a village, and I'm certainly no exception to that.
Now, you're a free agent now, Mitch. What's are you and Jeremy had a chat yet? Where's that going? What's happening? We're going to see you back in green.
We'll see. What happens in the new year here. It's getting up there a little bit in age. We'll see what the new year brings with that. I'll leave it at that.
That's a pretty soft answer. Pretty soft answer, Mitch.
The political answer.
Do you, obviously
I won't be playing anywhere else. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, well, there's a good answer right there, giving us something for sure. But you would know this too. Is it's a grind, right? And you got to get ready for the season. I'm sure there's a time now, but then it's like, okay, here we go. Got to start training again. Got to do all this and all that. Do you think about that at even coming off the championship victory? It's like, well, okay, here's this date where I'm going to have to really get at it. Is that coming into your mind?
Yeah, a little bit. Typically after the season, I'd give myself until the new year and kind of enjoy it and train a little bit here and there on what feels good on the body that day. But, usually once the new year hits, you start thinking about it a little bit more. And then into February, you really get back into your programming and start running again, lifting a little bit more, and getting back into, football training and getting ready to go for the season. So we're enjoying it right now, a little bit of time to relax and hang out. But, then it was always into the new year, you get back into it.
Why should Trevor Harris play again next year?
Did you watch him this year? That's why he should be coming back. No, Trevor was incredible. I mean, it wasn't surprising to any of us in the building. He's just such a pro's pro. Does everything right, and when the lights are on, that's when he's at his best, and he proved that all year. So, we were very fortunate to have him, and it's proven that he's still got it. So I see no reason why he shouldn't keep going.
Congrats, Mitch.
Thanks, Blue. Good to see you, man.
Absolutely. It's been a long time.
A little bit.
I know, but I was really happy to see you get that win. I think back to when we used to work out and train together in all those early mornings, and now for wherever you decide to go and whatever you decide to do, they're going to be saying Grey Cup champion Mitch Picton. So I'm happy for you, buddy. You deserve it.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I was fortunate, honestly. Early in my career, I had guys like you and Dan and Getty and those guys that really showed me what it looks like to work and to be a pro. And it's been a long road, but to finally get this one done, it felt pretty good. So.
You sound like you're old, Mitch. You're talking like you're old. Trevor Harris has got 10 years on you. He's coming back. Why aren't you?
Well, 39 looks different on a quarterback than it does a receiver. So I feel like I got some hard miles on me right now at the ripe age of 30.
You talked about winning it there and celebrating there. As a Regina guy, or as a Saskatchewan guy, has to mean a little bit more, even if that's possible, to win it in the heated rivals barn.
Yeah, it certainly added another little element. We've been a part of some tough losses there. Honestly, we've lost West Finals there and things like that. So to be able to go into that building and, it feels like to kind of get a monkey off your back and go and get a huge win in that building, it felt pretty good. Early in the week, seeing them paint our logo over top of theirs on the field in the end zones and stuff, that sort of stuff was kind of cool.
I'll bet.
Game plan like that game, and I can't wait to talk to actually Mark Mueller about this, but it seemed, and we were talking about this when you were watching the game, you guys seemed kind of in control. Did things go as planned? Was there a lot of, pivot on the fly, make changes on that? Or what you guys had with the game plan and the offensive line and everything and the scheme, everything come into place there?
Yeah. It looks like things went according to plan, but there's always every single play, there's stuff that, kind of goes wrong that you got to clean up. So there were some halftime adjustments that I think Mark did a fantastic job of. And overall, I think our game plan was super solid. I thought Mark called a great game and, was executed when we needed to. And, ultimately we got the job done.
So one last question that I have for you. And again, want you to come back. Think you should come back. But if you don't, what else does Mitch Picton do in the offseason?
Hunts birds, Sharky. What are you talking about?
I'll pick you up in the morning. We're going.
No. You got any positions open at the camp? Or
Yeah, we definitely get Mitch on up there.
Yeah.
There you go. Right on, Mitch. Thanks for doing this. But go ahead, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got a delay here. So
no, I was going to say the winters have just been, a lot of the community work with the Rough Rider Foundation. We've been busy in schools and stuff like that. A little bit of hunting when I can sneak away, a little bit of hockey here and there. But, live in Saskatchewan in the winter, those are the types of things we do. So nothing too out of the ordinary.
Right on, man. Appreciate you doing this. Take care. Keep celebrating. Yeah, celebrate that right into the new year. Hey?
No stopping, Mitch.
Yeah.
A bunch of us will be at the rodeo with the cup tonight, so if you guys are around, come say hi.
All right. There you go.
That's awesome.
Right on, Mitch. Okay, thanks so much.
Cheers, Mitch.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys.
There it is. Grey Cup champ from Regina. Saskatchewan Rough Rider receiver. Mitch Picton. Yeah, he's talking like he's old. It's like, you're not that old.
He's been talking like that to me for a couple of years now.
But it is receiver is grindy. lines grindy, running back.
Yeah.
You know, it's a toll.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I think Mitch has going for him is when we play as many Canadian receivers as we do, that he's probably going to be needed, whether it's starting or in a depth role. I feel like we're going to have to keep the Canadian receiver numbers up. So, and there's not a ton of guys that can plug in and play as many positions as he can.
That's the old convince.
Yeah, and the other thing he had all the receiver book down. Like he just didn't play one spot. He could cover across the network. So give him a lot of credit for being smart enough to recognize all the and to know the whole playbook for every spot. Like holy smokes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, what's your daughter's name?
Asha.
She's been a pro here, just kind of hanging out, watching Dad. Thanks for
when
for
am I
stopping.
getting lunch, Dad?
Thanks for stopping by. You guys, I'm sure will be hunting together soon.
I hope so.
Yeah, right on. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me on, guys.
Right on. Grey Cup champ Brendon LaBatte joining us here live at Agribition. We'll come back. We're going to talk some rodeo. It's a SportsCage, streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com. I guess it's sports ticker time. Before we fly here, I'll rattle off this. It was Green Bay over Detroit. Bad bet, Barney. Kansas City, Dallas.
What was the final?
They won by 7.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
You'd have lost all the way.
Kansas City, Dallas on right now. Cincinnati, Baltimore later. Canadian Olympic curling trials tonight. Mike McEwen, Matt Dunstone, 5 p.m. our time. AAA over at the Sixer. Regina Pack Canadians hosting the Swift Current Legionnaires. You might have to park over by Luther if you're going to that hockey game. Prairie Junior Hockey League tonight. Silver Fox is hosting Assiniboia. Western League, Moose Jaws in Calgary. It is for the Bundle and Save event at Reliance Heath. Rent a new water heater and softener together. $400 in cash back. Call on Reliance today. All right, let's talk rodeo. If you're watching the stream, you see sitting with us, beautiful young lady, Brady Whiteside, barrel racer.
Yes, and breakaway roper.
I've never interviewed a barrel racer before. I think we were just talking about it. I think my daughter, who's 12, would be good at it, but then she would be angry at the barrels, and then the horse, and then everybody else. But, man, how many years have you been doing this?
Ooh, probably like 16, 17 years.
16, 17 years. Where are you from originally?
Longview.
So you live in Longview? Where's Longview?
Longview, Alberta.
Yeah.
It's like, would be southwest of Calgary.
Ah.
Yeah.
So 16 years old, or 16 years doing this, you don't look 20. Like, what did you start at 3? Yeah.
I'm 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since you were little, you've been doing this barrel racing.
Yeah.
How many horses would you bring to Agribition for this event?
I brought 3 with me.
And how many do you have at home?
Like 20.
Do you use them all for racing?
Yeah. So there's like young horses that are like 2, 3, 4, growing up to be barrel horses or breakaway roping horses. And then, yeah, I've got 3 good ones here with me that I can rely on to bring to big rodeos like Agribition.
Now, you're also in the breakaway roping. You had a tough night last night, you said. You knocked down a barrel and you missed your calf.
I did, yes.
But it doesn't take you out of winning some money, though, does it?
No, it does not. Nope, 3 more days, though.
3 more days. Okay.
How do you practice? How do you train? How do you perfect your craft?
All year long. Lots of practice, lots of hours come into it. There's completely different practice goes into barrel racing versus breakaway roping. Breakaway roping, obviously, practicing roping. And that would be just different horses usually than I would use for barrel racing. And then barrel racing, I have a lot of horses that I would take to like jackpots, which is basically not really practice because it is like an actual competition, but like it's a good place to take young horses to build them up to be able to come to rodeos, and then just a lot of hours at home in the arena.
How many contestants were in last night's barrel racing? Was there 10?
10, yeah. 10 in all events.
In all events. Okay, so how does the money, like how do we figure out who's going to be the grand champ of the barrel racing on Saturday? How does that work?
So they'll have an aggregate champ, and then they'll have a season year-end champ.
Okay.
So like whoever came in on the year with the most amount of money, and then what they had won here adds to their season year-end earnings, and then that's kind of how you would determine that. So like they'll have an aggregate champ, and that's just who did the best, like all 4 rounds.
Yeah.
And then the year-end would be who won the most money all year.
So you could win the aggregate.
I could not. Well, I could not because I knocked a barrel. So, like, I guess like everybody else would have to knock a barrel.
Yeah.
To be able to open the aggregate
That's
up.
right. Yeah.
So probably not.
Now, can you win the season?
Not in the barrel racing,
No?
but there would be a chance in the break roping for me.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you luck with that.
Thank you.
Do most do both?
No, not a lot, actually, no.
Oh.
Yeah, there's only a few girls that do both barrel racing and break roping.
How did you get into all this?
I grew up around it. So my dad used to rodeo and ride bareback horses, and I kind of just loved it. And I always did breaker roping and all the events in high school rodeo. And then when the CPRA added into their rodeos, probably I think 5 or 6 years ago, can't remember. Don't quote me on that, but that's when I started doing both at the rodeos.
How many events would you go to in a year?
I think like usually maybe 45.
Holy so. And how far from Longview are you going? Like what's the distance you're traveling for these?
Honestly, in like just rodeoing Canada, like the farthest I usually go is like 12 hours.
So Brandon might be the first.
Yeah, like we come out to Morris, which
Yeah.
I didn't actually come out to Morris this year, but like Morris or Dawson Creek, BC, or Lacrete, Alberta. Yeah, a couple in BC, one in Saskatchewan, and then one in Manitoba, and mostly in Alberta.
Are you here with your family as well, or they send you on your own?
I'm here with my boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Is he a rodeo
My
guy?
yes, he does.
What does he do?
He team ropes and calf ropes.
I think that's... It's all tricky to me. Like, the mutton busting is tricky to me.
I want to see you in the bull ride. That's where I want
No,
you.
yeah, it's not happening. Okay, so now I got to ask you this. It's kind of like asking a musical artist. Prefer indoors or outdoors?
Honestly, no preference. I like both. Yeah, probably outdoors just because the weather's good then maybe.
Yeah, because I was, like, and the crowd here, because I love the crowd for the rodeo here. It's a big crowd.
Yeah, it is, yes. Especially last night was big.
And then, tonight will be bigger, and I think it keeps
getting better.
Tonight's the free night. It was a family night.
Last night was
last
family.
night.
Last
So
night was
family night or something, and then Saturday's sold out. We have 2 tickets to give away.
Yes.
From Croft Electric yet to give away on that Saturday night. This has been so great and informative. You got one more?
Well, I just want to say congratulations on what you've done. Obviously, you're in a chance to win the big money for the year, so that's pretty cool. And I'll be here Saturday night, so I'll be watching to see if they call you out as the big winner Saturday night. in
Sounds
Breakaway.
good.
What's your boyfriend's name?
Ben.
And is he in a chance to win some cake?
No, he's not here.
Ben, come on, Ben. Need you. Bring home some of that lettuce. Let's go. Brady, Whiteside, thanks so much for doing this.
Yes, thank
Best
you.
of luck.
Thank you.
We'll come back hour 2. We're going to have Arash Madani. It's a Sports Cage live at Agribition, streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com. All right, welcome back live from Agribition. Sports Cage, Sharky in tow. Curtis is here making sure we are on the air.
Curtis has done an amazing job.
And our boy Coulson is back at the studio. That was a busy hour.
That was a busy hour. Yeah.
Brendon LaBatte might as well just come on any old time. He's one of the fellas.
Yeah, he can fit in. Him and Schultz. And the great thing about him and Schultz is it makes you and I look skinnier. So, yeah.
You're weird.
You notice I waited till they were gone before I said that. So,
let's see, not everyone's watching the stream, but if you are watching the stream at YouTube, you see what makes sense. All right, coming up in this hour, Arash Madani, SJHL Report, Clutch Performer, and we'll read some of your text messages on the Prairie Land Rentals text line, 936-6262. Ed had a question for Brendon LaBatte. I didn't have the feed up, so sorry, Ed.
Sorry, Ed.
But now I do. So 936-6262. The Saturday rodeo we've talked about it. If you want to be seen in Regina, if you want to go to the thing in Regina,
if you want to
you're
dance
that person,
on the party on the dirt.
You want to party on the dirt after with your you-know-what kickers on.
Yep.
I should have worn mine today, but they hurt my feet. I think my feet have gotten fat, too. So it's supposed to stretch out. But Saturday rodeo tickets, we have 2. They are courtesy of Croft Electric. Crofty.
Yep.
Permanent holiday lighting.
Get it.
Anything you need electrical.
Get it.
Good dude. He's a rodeo guy.
He is. He believes in what it does for the community, loves the agricultural community, and loves being out here for Agribition.
2 tickets to give away for the rest of the show to the Saturday rodeo from Croft Electric. You have to text in.
Text it. Okay.
What's the question?
The question's going to be, what of the events at the rodeo does Croft Electric sponsor?
Ooh. I know the answer to this.
Yeah, and he sponsors the same event every year. So if you've seen him in the past, it's the same event. But he sponsors one of the rodeo events. Which event does he sponsor?
Big Coulson at the studio is going to compile all the correct answers at 936-6262. And he's going to award those tickets. So if you want to go to the rodeo Saturday and you've been being like, yeah, I've had about 10 text messages, can you get me tickets to the rodeo Saturday? No, I can't. I don't know anyone who's got that kind of stroke. Well, one guy texted me, do you have a box?
Yeah, because that's what you run in that kind of crowd.
Oh, yeah. I have a box to the biggest event in Regina. Sure, yeah, I do. So, yeah, there's your chance to win, 936-6262. Also, if you're watching the stream at SportsCage.com and through YouTube, Sharky and I are both wearing our new SportsCage hats.
SJHL
SportsCage branded hats. They are a nice-looking lid. They are the hats, I call them, the young country singers are all wearing them. The Riley Greens, the Morgan Wallens.
Yep.
Not the SportsCage ones, but if we gave them one, they would wear. There you see Curtis on the stream. He's modeling it. We're going to give away one of those during the SJHL report. Then we're going to give away that one here for anyone out there listening. So you have to come here. Yeah, but if you're out there listening.
Okay.
Not if you're standing right here and listening to us on speakers.
Okay.
That'd be cheating.
Okay.
So if you're out there listening, you've listened in your car maybe for the show, the question will be, who did we just interview?
Yeah.
Haha. That's a good one.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you're coming by, stop by, win yourself a new SportsCage hat. We'll place it in your hands. Well, Curtis will.
Yeah.
Curtis is our model. Ryan, do you want to model the hat? Our ag director, Ryan Young. He's like, maybe.
Maybe.
I think if we ever get denim jackets, you'll model that. SportsCage denim jackets.
Are we getting those?
Look at all these people texting in that know what Crofty's sponsoring at the rodeo. They want to win Saturday night rodeo tickets. Good on you people.
Like it.
The question is, what does Crofty sponsor at the rodeo? Croft Electric. Okay, so we got more coming up. And don't forget, if you're coming by, go visit our friends at Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers, booth 113, International Trade Center. Why? They got so many sales coming up. They have the big Saskatoon sale coming up soon. And then they have land sales and equipment sales, and people separate them. Why? Get them to do both.
They can do it all.
Just go stop by and say, hey, so I was thinking about selling my equipment with you guys and then my land with maybe Buckaroo Charlie down there. No, just do it all at that. Go visit them, 113 International Trade Center, Ritchie Brothers. Thinking of selling, they can provide guaranteed contracts and help eliminate seller uncertainty. You can visit also rbauctions.com for details. Let's get it going with Arash Madani.
It's time to go coast to coast with Arash Madani for Smart Investing Solutions. Be smart with your money. Call Brian Gawley at Smart Investing Solutions, 546-2533.
There he is. Should be down here.
What's up, boys?
He should be down at Agribition with us. Did Coulson not tell you to wear a cowboy hat for today's hit?
I missed the memo. Absolutely missed the memo.
All right. And talk about me and my sprinkle of the day yesterday. I was going with a 3-point game, and then I was at the window today to place my Sports Select ticket. Oh, no, I switched it to a straight-up Detroit win. Well, that didn't happen.
I tell you what, I don't know if you guys saw the end of the game, but Green Bay did not play anything by the book. So here they have 3rd and 3, up a touchdown with 2 minutes to go. Lions are out of timeouts. You throw an incomplete pass to stop the clock, and then 4th and 3, they go for it. The receiver loses his shoe. The runner still goes and grabs it, makes the play, they win the football game. Just the way you drew it up in the dirt. Lose the shoe, climb the ladder, win the game.
Are teams doing stuff differently? Like the Giants, 4th down last week, and this is still bothering me because I bet big on the Giants because I had a feeling. The Giants, 4th down.
The only guy in North America.
Yeah. 4th down, late in the game. All they got to do is kick a field goal, and it gives them 6 points. It forces Detroit to get a touchdown, and instead they don't, and Detroit comes back and wins in overtime. Are coaches losing their mind? What's going on?
It's a good question, Sharky. And like sometimes you play the analytics, sometimes you play it by the book. Look, it worked. So you're like, okay, well, what the heck? It worked. But to me, you look at this and you're like, 4th and 3, you're at around midfield. If this doesn't work, you're giving the ball to Jared Goff with $1.50 to go. Like, what are we doing here?
It's a lot of time.
I'm all for being aggressive. I'm all for 4th and 1, 4th and 2, going for it in certain situations. I think what's kind of been lost in this new era of going for it on 4th down is we've forgotten about situational football. And situational football is the difference between winning and losing games.
Situational hockey is as well.
It is.
I tell the youngsters. Okay, right now, Chiefs up 14-7 on the Cowboys, end of the first. Want to hear the good news? I took the over. So let's just continue at the points, fellas. This one could be the game of the week. I think it's going to break the record for viewership, tackle football-wise, ever. What if Dallas wins this game, Arash?
Yeah, and I just came out from watching it just to do the hit. It was a wild start to the game. If you guys haven't seen the start of it, those who are listening and watching haven't either. It started with Dak being hit as he threw early in the game, gets picked off. Then KC comes down, Rashee Rice on just a little screen, he takes off for a touchdown. And the Cowboys respond, drive the field for a touchdown of CeeDee Lamb. Like, you get the sense this is going to come down to the final series of the game. It's got that kind of vibe to it.
Can I ask a question, though? Sorry.
Yeah.
For, 1 quarter in, and you're watching the game, how many Taylor Swift shots have there been?
Zero.
She's not there?
We had Beyonce pregame. I don't know if she's not there. I don't know what's going on. Beyonce pregame.
I heard Taylor and Travis Kelce are on the Fritz. Let's start that. Why wouldn't a guy?
What the hell are you talking about?
Great. I can't believe they haven't.
People Magazine over there.
Yeah, more of the Inquirer.
There you go.
This is what I got to work with. Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, guys.
Yeah.
Like, if there isn't, the Knicks are never under the radar team. We know that. But if there's a team you're really pension to right now, and in the NFL playoff picture, Dallas is 5-1 right now. They're basically a 500 team. I don't know. Like, if they win this football game, to me, they got a shot. Now, they're already down a score, etc. But after next week, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants to end their season.
Hey,
like they get in and they're hot and they're healthy. I wouldn't want to play them the way George Pickens and Dak Prescott have built this chemistry. And
it's a great chemistry to watch.
Hold on.
It is.
Coulson, I think his internet's really breaking up and it's choppy. Can we just call you back on the phone, Arash? We can do this on the phone.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's just let's kill 30 seconds here and bring him back. But bring him on the phone. He must be streaming the game, and that's why his internet is. He doesn't have access communications.
No, if he had access communications in Toronto, he'd be fine.
It'd be trusted for internet like that. Well, Taylor Swift against America's team, and she's not in the house.
That's weird.
I would have a hard time believing. I get it's Thanksgiving, but I think Thanksgiving for Taylor Swift is different than Thanksgiving for Joe Blow. Like, why wouldn't she be there?
Yes, you think she would be there.
I'm sure there's other reasons. I'm sure there's reasons. She's a human being. But I thought for sure there would already be 4 shots of Taylor somewhere. I want to put the game on here. We can watch it and do a radio program. Coulson, let us know when he's back. We're getting okay. Right. He's back. Arash Madani, Brian Gawley, Smart Investing Solutions. It's who brings it to you. All right, Arash. Sorry, go back to we cut you out and you were talking about if the Cowboys win or the Cowboys are 5-5.
Yeah, they're 5-5 right now, Barney.
Look at that. I think that's maybe it's an us problem now at this point. And Curtis just left.
Yeah, Curtis has walked away in a huff.
Curtis smoke bombed out. We got hard internet and now telephone issues. Okay, he's back. Okay, fire away, Arash.
I have 2 tin cans and a string. Is this any better?
Hey, at the Cooperators, the rinks, that would go well with the tarps they have.
Yeah, the tarps holding the
There we go.
Yeah.
No, the point I was just making is the Cowboys are 5-5-1. Okay, to end the season, they have the Commanders, the Giants, the Chargers, and the Vikings. Not in that order, but they have 4 winnable games after next week. They play Detroit. I can't believe I'm saying this about the Dallas Cowboys, guys, but because of Dak Prescott's playing at a high level, he's got this chemistry going with George Pickens. The Cowboys' defense, I know they lost Micah Parsons. I have no idea why they would trade him. But you look at the middle of that defensive line with Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams, the defense is figuring out its way. They just seem like one of those weird, dangerous, greasy teams that you wouldn't want to face in January if they get in and if they get healthy.
I really like the chemistry you're talking about between Prescott and Pickens. I think that has changed Dallas's offense. It actually makes CeeDee Lamb look like he's a little moody and unhappy, like he's being left out of the threesome. But it has definitely changed the way Dallas's offense has played. It's interesting to me that you think, if they win today, they're 6-5-1. They could run the table, go to 10-5-1. That's definitely going to put them in the playoffs. And I think we would call that a surprise, the way the Dallas Cowboys started.
Yeah, and you think about even last week, Sharky, they're down 21-0 to Philly. You're like, okay, this is a wrap. Then they come back and win, and you're like, hold on a minute. What do they have cooking over there? Yeah. It's easy to kind of pick the teams that are dominating. Okay, of course, the Rams are playing the best football right now, etc. But, man, oh, man, I just look at this team right now. If there's it's so weird to say this about a Jerry Jones team, but I think I trust Dallas more than I trust the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, what world are we living in?
I know.
There's a statement.
Okay, let's shelf NFL for a second. I got to ask you, either you or Suitors, someone's got to know, did Mace actually get contacted by Toronto, or is that erroneous information? Was it misreporting on one point? Do you know anything on what happened here? Because it's like now it's a land of confusion. Disturbed style. People are like, well, I don't know. Well, I don't say that.
But why is it? That when this now gets out, suddenly everyone's like, oh no. Because nobody wants to be accused of tampering, because tampering could mean a fine, tampering could mean a loss of a draft pick, et cetera, et cetera. So now it's like nobody wants to admit to ordering the code red, even though the code red was,
Good one. Good play.
I don't know where Markinson and Colonel Jessup have been over the last 72 hours, and who got Mace on the phone and who didn't. Guys, it's the smallest league.
It is.
Okay, people are going to talk. It's just, hey, Corey. The weird part about the whole Mace thing is that he just signed a contract extension.
Yeah.
5 minutes ago. So what we do know is that you can't even approach him unless it's going to be for a bigger title. And Michael Clemens is the GM. That thing has just kind of played itself out. So I don't know what the offer could be for somebody with an extension under contract for a bigger title there, and what they had in mind. But yeah.
Who does end up coaching Toronto? Because right now it looks like it could be Barney and I. So who ends up being the head coach of the
Let's go.
Sharky, the initial answer is I don't know. The way things are pointing right now is that probably somebody already there inside the building. Could it be Mike Miller, their quarterback coach? Could it be Mickey Donovan, the special teams coach? Could it be Pete Costanza, the wide receivers coach? But you look around the league right now, I thought somebody that might be in the conversation, who I haven't seen reported at all, could be a Mike Benavides. Mike is originally from the GTA, defensive coordinator in BC, has been a head coach before, has been a defensive coordinator for Ottawa, so he's been in the East Division before. I thought that would have been somebody who'd be brought into the conversation. I also thought with pinball and with John Murphy, I know we talked about this a few weeks ago, Sharky, and you just laughed. I honestly thought Chris Jones would have some kind of conversation with somebody about this opening, but it doesn't appear that that's the case yet anyway. So let's just see how this all plays out. But I think, honestly, right now, if it's not somebody inside the building, I don't know who else it could be.
Can I ask you a serious question? Sorry, I don't know all of Toronto's coaching staffs. Did you say they have a last name, somebody by the last name of Costanza?
Yes.
Yes. Give him the job. What are we doing? There's a marketing tool.
So,
Costanza.
pinball and Costanza? Yeah. So Pete Costanza won a couple of Grey Cups with the Calgary Stampeders as a receivers coach. He went to Winnipeg. He was on the Blue Bombers staff, I believe, with O'Shea. And then he came to Toronto with Dinwiddie. So what's interesting about all this, guys, is that we haven't really heard about many air quote moves among coaches this offseason, among coordinators, among position coaches. And I think part of it is it's twofold. One, people are waiting for Toronto to figure out who their head coach is going to be and what that's going to mean for coaching staffs. The other is a lot of coaches are under contract. Basically December 1st, there can be movement. So I think by next week, if there's going to be some shuffling around, that's when we're going to see some things.
Oh, man.
You just want Costanza.
I want Costanza, and I want to coach Peterman. And I want, who else? Newman. Bring them all in there.
Newman, Peterman, and Costanza.
Let's go with a little bit of...
Which coach is sponge-worthy, Barney? That's the question.
Oh, you had to go there, didn't you? Cartwright. Yeah, I said Cartwright 4.
Yeah.
What's your sense on the Bombers and what are they going to do at offensive coordinator?
I think they're going to make a change. All signs kind of point that Jason Hogan's probably out as the OC over there in Winnipeg. And I think that if it's up to Zach Collaros, that Tommy Condell would be the play caller with the Blue Bombers next year. Condell just wrapped up a couple of seasons as the OC in Winnipeg. Obviously, Bob Dice and the staff is out. Ryan Dinwiddie's going to call his own plays, so Condell's available. Condell and Collaros, early in Zach's career, worked together in Hamilton, and Zach actually is a big fan of the way Tommy calls plays, of the way he coaches, etc. And Zach, early in his career, had a lot of great success with Condell as the OC there. So my read on the situation is, while they're talking to different people, and I believe Condell's interviewed there, I think if it was up to the quarterback in Winnipeg, Tommy Condell's the OC. But I'm also told that it's not just Mike O'Shea involved in the offensive coordinator interviews, discussions, conversations. I'm told President Wade Miller's involved in those too. So there's a lot kind of going on there in Winnipeg behind the scenes. When you miss the West playoffs and have to cross over, there's a lot of involvement from a lot of people in terms of how we're going to fix this thing.
Toronto Blue Jays made some splash. Made some splash.
Colin Lovequist can't sleep. He's so excited.
What does this do? Obviously, it strengthens the pitching rotation, no doubt about that. What does this do to the Bichette story, though?
Okay, so first things first. Like, Dylan Cease comes in, 29 years old, 7 years, $210 million. $30 million US per, which that contract, guys, is the second biggest in franchise history ever given out after Vlad. So they believe that Cease, who's basically a two-pitch pitcher, fastball slider, with Gausman That's the front end of your rotation. Gosman's up at the end of next year. So to me, that this move means the end of Chris Bassett as a Blue Jay, probably Max Scherzer too. And then, Sharky, to the second part of your question is, what does this mean for Bo? How much money is there in the kitty? Because the talk is it's going to be either Kyle Tucker or Bo Bichette coming there for the Blue Jays. You're paying George Springer a bunch, you're paying Vlad a bunch, you're paying Gosman a bunch, now you're paying Cease a bunch. All right, what now? So we haven't heard what Bo wants. Look, free agent signing before U.S. Thanksgiving is very early in the off-season in the way the baseball calendar works. So I don't think it has to be one in place of another, but it's certainly a statement in terms of what the Blue Jays want to do.
Was that too much money? Was that overpaying, right?
Maybe a little.
Is that the market for
We need
him?
the Chicago Cease, not the San Diego.
Well, I just wonder if that's market price.
Ish. You're always overpaying in free agency no matter what it is. Cease is a good pitcher. Cease can get it done, except against the Dodgers. So,
and that's
but I tell you what, if that's the number one pitcher in the free agent pool, and we haven't even really talked about Shane Bieber. Like, Bieber's in that mix too. So suddenly this has all become. There's now some depth to that Blue Jays pitching staff. I will say this: this move, to me, suggests that perhaps Jose Barrios is not a Blue Jay in 2026.
Oh.
Okay.
He's somebody who wasn't around during the World Series time. He was posting content from his kids' Little League games. I don't know what happened towards the end of the season. It was just a weird vibe around there, the fact that he wasn't in the mix. I wonder if there's a divorce coming with Barrios and the Blue Jays.
Okay.
Good stuff. I can't wait for pitchers and catchers to report. I'm a huge Blue Jay guy now.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I think Barney are most excited for 162 regular season games.
every game this year. I don't care what the family's doing. The Blue Jays are playing. Starts at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down and watching.
Nice Wednesday in August. Yeah, just indoors watching a baseball game.
Big Blue Jay guy. Okay, could I, before we leave, what do you think happens tonight? Baltimore? Or is it going to be one of those weird Thursday games, weird Thanksgiving games?
I think it's going to be a weird one. Joe Burrow's coming back. Lamar missed a day of practice. The one thing is, Cincinnati's defense is terrible. So a Ravens team total over, I think it's going to take... It wouldn't surprise me if the Bengals are a little erratic offensively with Joe having not been in the mix either.
Yep.
I think there could be more possessions for the Ravens tonight. I like Baltimore team total over tonight.
My feed is a little delayed. I'm running rabbit ears over here, but I got 14-10 Kansas City. Is that the score you got?
That's the score I got.
Okay.
You guys are always a little more ahead out in Toronto.
Yeah.
Is that what we are?
The news gets there first. Yeah.
You should have heard earlier Brendon LaBatte was on. Then Mitch Picton was on with us. And we don't like that J-Spec. What's that league called in Quebec?
The junior league that you get to play in Quebec before.
CEGEP.
CEGEP, yeah.
Yeah.
Brendon LaBatte, he's like, no. He's like a rookie. And he's like, you're just more strong. You're stronger. Your gains are. And I was like, I know. I tried telling Arash that, but Arash was like, not buying it.
So Quebec gets a separate rule from the rest of Canada. Why does this sound familiar?
That was Schultze. That was Schultze yesterday. He wanted to get political on it.
He did.
Transfer payments.
Yeah, he was all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, Arash.
How's our guy LaBatte doing?
Awesome.
Oh, him and Sharky talked hunting.
Yeah, talked hunting.
Sure.
15 minutes of hunting. Yeah. Sharky's going pheasant hunting tomorrow.
Yes.
That's very on brand, Sharky.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's going to be a great day. And
what do you got? Black Friday sales tomorrow? Are you going shopping? What are you doing?
I got a 3:00 football game to watch tomorrow.
Well, you got the whole morning then.
There we go.
Can't have too many flat screen TVs for $39 or whatever the deals are. All right, bud. Have a fun day. So I need
Agribition.
I need the over here, and I need Baltimore 4.5.
The way you said it sounds like you took a little bit of a bath on that first game, huh?
Oh, yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me. Giddy up. All right. See you, Arash.
All right. Thanks, man.
See you guys.
Arash Madani, brought to you by Brian Golly, Smart Investing Solutions. Be smart with your money and call Brian. Man, 14-10 right now. And
Kansas City over Dallas?
Yeah, but Dallas is marching. Dallas is marching here. SportsCage, we're live at Agribition. So you should see how many people have texted in for the Saturday night rodeo tickets.
What do we got?
Hottest ticket in the province. I know there's some big senior hockey games going on this year, but it's definitely, we asked, what is Croft Electric sponsoring at the rodeo? And we probably have 35 people with it correct already. Colson's got his work cut out for him.
Colson, the wheel of winning is going to get spun.
And then Roscoe answered correctly for the SportsCage SJHL hat. But Roscoe, unless you're coming now to this facility, I know you're in Kindersley. So you got about an hour and 20 minutes. So call Hanley Helly, get the chopper, and get over here. But he's got the correct answer for the SportsCage SJHL hat. Mm-hmm. All right. SJHL Report's coming up in a bit. SportsCage live at Agribition, streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com and always on 620 CKRM. Clutch performer. Let's start back at the studio. Colson, what do you got for us, shooter?
I got to pull it up here. Give me 1 second. But don't know if you guys heard the Oilers were doing a signing day at West Edmonton Mall. And whoever decided to come with this piece of loose leaf saying, "Hey, nurse, would you sign this for me?" Get him to give up his contract. That's a clutch move right there.
Nurse isn't even the problem. It's Ekholm and Bouchard.
No, Nurse is part of the problem.
No,
that money could be spent elsewhere.
Well, I'll tell you what. That Ekholm money is bad. That looks real bad right now.
Remember when they first got Ekholm? Like it was like they got Kevin Lowe and Charlie Huddy in one.
Yeah, he's since turned into Randy Gregg or Steve Smith.
Maybe it's where careers go to die.
Could be.
Remember Trent Frederick? Oh, what a signing that's going to be. Trent Frederick. Did you hear the Oilers got Trent Frederick?
What has he scored? 1 goal?
Trent Frederick might be playing A for the Raymore Rockets come provincial time. I don't know.
That's going to be a big investment.
That's a good one, Colson.
Yeah.
That's really good. What do I go for mine? Well, let's just go to the Green Bay Packers because they beat the Detroit Lions 31-24
and took your
earlier
money.
Today. Took the money right out of Jimmy's hand.
Yeah. Kids are going without diapers.
There we go. So the clutch performers for Nick's service in Emerald Park.
Whoa.
Oh, you got one?
I got one.
Whoa.
If you're at the rodeo last night, and I'm trying to find the young lady's name in mutton busting, there's a little 6-year-old girl, rode the sheep till it stopped, and then got off. Scored a 99, was the champion last night in the mutton busting. So it was the highlight of the night, without a doubt. This little girl.
The sheep was like, all right,
enough. Let get her off of me. This is enough. So the little 6-year-old girl last night was awesome in the mutton busting.
What's the age? What age do you age out of mutton busting?
Well, I'm going to assume that you're out. Right.
I'm not saying for me, meathead.
I think probably 7 or 8 would be the max.
Yeah. Is there a weight limit?
I'm trying to find some details on mutton busting online. Well, it's a little sketchy.
How are you going to be our mutton busting insider if you don't know these questions? You know what we did find out from the ladies at the International Rural Exchange who are next door to us?
Yeah.
That after you're 35, you're out.
You can't go. No.
So I am out on the International Rural Exchange.
She thought I looked 36, so she said I was out. Yeah.
I was looking forward to maybe something in Scotland.
Yeah.
Something around Fife. Anywhere I could golf.
Yeah.
But
Australia's got some tracks. You could have went there.
We're out. Is there any exceptions? Is there like an overage rule like the WHL?
Is there a veteran rule?
Can you guys work on that? How fitting is that?
Oh, yeah. It's like the Quebec rule.
If you're coming to Canada, beneficial.
Yeah.
There's no age limit if you want to come into Canada for one of
Oh, really? So someone that's retired?
I brought in an 86-year-old this year to work on a farm for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
That is
But we
awesome.
can't go out.
No, I mean, if you find your own, if you just want to travel visa, but you aren't going to get paid.
This is awesome. Yeah. It's not the money, it's the experience. It's the getting out of here part, too.
That's right.
I mean, maybe we could hook you up with a farm over there, but you can't.
Yeah.
You can't help
I guess you got a farm, too. I'm not good at that.
Do we have...
hospitality. You want to be a waitress?
Absolutely. Bartender?
Yeah.
I'm your guy. Lock it down.
Golf exchanges?
You could be my
Do we have
agent.
Golf exchanges?
Yeah. Bartender at a golf course. Now we're talking. Anyway, let's get back.
Oh,
I love it.
Go get that,
we got some stuff going on here. Okay, speaking of local.
We got to do this, but you come back.
Speaking of local, let's get it going. SJHL Report with Benny Walchuk.
Time now for the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League Report with Benny Walchuk on the Sports Cage. The SJHL Report is brought to you by Chad Reach, Senior Wealth Advisor, GP Financial Services, and Aviso Wealth. If you need a second opinion on your retirement plan, Chad and his local team are available for a no-obligation meeting.
Talking to Chad on the weekend. He's got a Sports Cage chat. He's talking to some people that have a plan with their employer, and they're getting to retirement. And he sat down with them, and it was just bad chicken. He's like, ooh. And I'm like, I need to talk to you because I don't know what I'm doing in my retirement. If I can't get into the International Rural Exchange, I got to start game planning better, apparently. Benny, you're up in Saskatoon. What did you guys do today? Did you go putt and bounce at the mall?
No, we went bowling today. We're at the
West Side
facility.
West Side or East Side?
We're no free plugs, but stoked. So it's great.
Oh, that's quite a spot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very good. So, hey, 150 for me. So my arm is really shot right now. I might need Tommy John surgery, but I bowled a 150, one of the top 5 in the group. So
that's 5 pin?
That's 10 pin.
10 pin.
Oh, you're
old school.
Throwing the big stuff. Like it.
I like it. Yeah. Who was the best bowler out there?
I think Coach Johnson, Coach Doug did 170. So I think he was the high guy today. So pretty impressive.
Right on. Okay, first off, I want to talk about the rosters are set for the World Junior A Challenge, and we do have a sprinkling of SJHLers.
Yes, we have 6 members on that team. Started between the Pipes, Tate Timmerman. Of course, he helped the Northern Manitoba Blizzard capture the MJHL title last year. Prospect of the Saskatoon Blades plays with Warman. He'll be between the Pipes. And then you go on the back end, Tommy Reese, a guy I've seen for the last couple of years. And great to see Tommy Reese, one of those throwback defensemen, trying to get his chance at the Hockey Canada level. You got Teo Fleury, of course. Teo, you know the Fleury name out of Saskatoon, a member of the Melford Mustangs. He'll be on the roster as well on the back end. And then 3 forwards up front. You got the guys first off, Jackson Herchak also on the back end as well. Then you go up front, you got Ryland Hugh, who is going to be very, very impressive as well for the Humboldt Broncos, and just a great contingent of Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League players on that roster. So it's going to be a good sprinkle. I know there's about 4 or 5 MJHLers, 6 SJHLers, and then of course there'll be about 14 or 15 AJHLers on the squad. So they try to improve on the bronze medal from last year.
Hey, I'm looking at the standings and the power rankings. Now, your rankings have Flin Flon first. I don't know what we've got for the Sports Cage power rankings. You got Flin Flon first, but let's talk about Devin Peck. He's played every game. This has been a workhorse for them.
Yeah, he has for sure, and he's been impressive. He's actually on my SJHL fantasy team, so he's probably rolling really, really good right now for me. But he's been impressive. Flin Flon played a lot of road games at the start, and Mike Reagan says we just got to try to get through this chunk of the schedule where we're playing on the road, and I think they played all their games here at home in November, and they're 9-0 at home. They're 9 straight wins right now to move themselves atop the standings. And how tough the Whitney form is. It's still nice weather, and it's still pretty tough up there. Imagine when it gets -30, -40 heading up there to the Flin Flon, Manitoba. So they've been very, very impressive. They did get Finn Warner back from the Western Hockey League, a 17-year-old netminder, to kind of help take the load off him. So I'm sure he'll play a little bit more here as it goes on. But impressive stuff happening there in Flin Flon with an impressive sweep over the Humboldt Broncos last weekend.
I feel like every other day, almost twice a day, and I was looking at social media over the last week, there was a trade in the SJHL. Lots of trades.
There has been. First off, last week, Nipple and Hawks added Brendan Olson, a 20-year-old from the Malva Millionaires, who needed a little bit of a change of scenery. He's fit in really, really good for the Nipple and Hawks. And then just yesterday, Melfort Mustangs traded 20-year-old forward Will Monroe, who started the season with Melfort, helped them win an SJHL championship last year, traded him to Weyburn. So Weyburn playing pretty impressive. I know maybe dropped off a little bit with the Yorkton Terriers and Estevan Bruins on their heels, but they had a veteran forward who's got some WHL experience with the Kelowna Rockets. So it's one of those things that I think that trade freeze in the CJHL is going to be December 10th. So teams, I'm sure, will be a little bit busy here, or maybe kind of handshake some deals here heading into the January 10th deadline.
I want to know what kind of underground gaming you got going off here in the SJHL Fantasy League.
Yeah. How do we not know about this?
There's four of us. There's the crew in the SJHL, and of course there's Jamie Neugebauer, Clark Monroe, and Jacob Faith. And there's 5 of us on the team. So we'll have to put the roster online on the SJHL social media to see how I'm doing. But yeah, we had a nice fantasy draft to start the year. It's pretty cool.
Who's got Travis's boy, Charlie Tritt?
I think Clark might have him. Yeah, I got a couple defensemen, Boston Harkness, Gavin Granger, who are leading the way eventually for me. So I think I have only one non-Saskatchewan player, so I want to try to go homegrown players. So that's what it is. Stay here, play here, and I'm pretty good roster. I think I'm in about second or third, so I'm doing all right.
You can go to sportscage.com and check out the power rankings. Flin Flon is number 1 in there. Really surprising in the 10 spot, the Melfort Mustangs.
You know, we always talk about the game of the week. What do you have for game of the week this week? Because it's super tight all the way through the lineup. So who do we got as the place to be this week?
I'm going to be in Battleford tomorrow, so I'm going to pick that one, Malville and Battleford. Malville, big win last night over Warman, and I'm taking a Battleford team that's won 4 in a row, so they're being sneaky good. But I'm going to go the Nipple and Melfort rivalry coming up on Friday nights. They renew that rivalry. Nippoans had their way with the Melfort Mustangs so far, and of course, as you mentioned, Melfort struggled so far here this season. But it doesn't matter where they are in the standings; they two get the best out of each other. So I'm going to go Nippoan and Melfort on Friday nights.
Final question I got for you, Benny, is how's that mustache coming along? We don't have you on the YouTube today, so
you could hear it.
Yeah,
you could hear it over the phone.
Bristling against.
I know it's windy out here. Yeah, it's a little bit cooler here in Saskatoon. A little bit of snow, but I'll send you guys a picture, and you guys can get it on social media. But it's actually coming pretty good. But my girlfriend cannot wait for me to shave it off on Monday. So I might not be in a relationship if I keep it going.
All right.
So if we see you next week with a mustache, you're single.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. We'll watch
That's okay. Go to Fairhaven Bowl in Saskatoon tonight. You'll find yourself a little. If she wants to get rid of you, you'll pick up something. All right,
good,
buddy.
guys.
Right on. Travel safe.
Thank you. Bye.
Right on. Benny Walchuk in the SJHL Reports, brought to you by Chad Reith. Chad Reach, Senior Wealth Advisor and GP Financial Services at Avisa Wealth. Locally owned, a team of financial planning specialists. Farming, retirement. Get a second opinion.
Retirement's coming.
Chad Reach from Craig, Saskatchewan. He'll sit down with you. I'm really scared about my company plan.
Really?
Maybe it's not right for me. Well, my wife too. Maybe that plan's not right. I got all these big plans to retire.
You got to do some work.
Yeah,
You're too young to retire.
Much too young to feel this damn old, to tell you that. It's a Sports Cage. We're live at Agribition. Keep those texts coming for those Saturday night rodeo tickets. The place to be Saturday night in Regina.
We got 2.
Yes. Get the spray tanning bed. Everyone's going to be there. Party in the dirt Saturday night. 2 tickets thanks to Croft Electric, but you got to let us know.
What event does Crofty sponsor at the Agribition Rodeo?
936-6262. It's a Sports Cage. We'll be back in a bit. Montana's Olympic curling trials going on. Playoffs on the women's side. Team Einerson is Dunsky. Team Black won. So tonight on the men's side, actually 5:30, 5 o'clock our time, McEwen and Dunstone going at it. Yeah, that's
big.
That's going to be, I know a lot of people are looking forward to watching that one. And football tonight, little split screen action. As for the NFL, it was Green Bay over Detroit today. And then right now, Dallas is now up on Kansas City late in the second quarter. Tonight, it's Cincinnati and Baltimore. Local hockey, local activities in the area. Moose Jaw Warriors, well, they're in Calgary. It's a ways away. Prairie Junior Hockey League, Assiniboias at the Regina Silver Foxes, 7:45. Male 18 AAA, midget AAA across the street at C6. If you're looking for parking with the rodeo and everything going on, you want to take public transportation, park at the old Superstore. Hoof it. Pat Canadians hosting the Swift Current Legionnaires. And the sports ticker is for the Black Friday sale at Extreme Hockey and Sport. Right now, you need a hockey stick. You need anything hockey in your life for your kids, for you, for your auntie, for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, for your cousin.
Do they have wood sticks?
You could probably find one somewhere in the basement. The Black Friday sales are amazing.
I have a good shaft. I just need the blades.
They have the price match guarantee. They're local. They support local. Extreme Hockey and Sport. If you want a Monday Nooner hat, I know a lot of guys are in town for Agribition.
Get a Nooner
They
hat.
have them there. There's like 10 left.
Do they got any of those sweatshirts you made? No?
The Hunter Brothers tonight connects us. They were here.
Holy smokes.
They.
How do you be in all these places?
They are me?
No, anybody.
They are at the Connexus Arts Center tonight. And if you're not going to the rodeo, you got nothing to do. You're sitting around, you're looking at your friend, your wife, whoever, being like, I got to get out of the house.
Yeah.
Hunter, go by yourself. It's like going to a movie by yourself. It's okay to go to a concert by yourself.
It's going to be a great concert, too.
Connexus Arts Center tonight, the Hunter Brothers. If you have never seen them perform, 5 brothers from Shaunavon, Saskatchewan, hockey players.
Farmers.
Big farmers. They put on an amazing show. I think at last I heard there's around 400 tickets left.
Wow.
Tonight at the Connexus Arts Center. I know a lot of you are going to the rodeo. And if you want to go to the rodeo Saturday night, like these fellas, they want to buzz Saturday night. Croft Electric is giving away 2 tickets to that rodeo, but there's a catch.
There's always a catch.
You got to let us know what event they're sponsoring at the rodeo. Some people are now getting it wrong. I think some people are taking just stabs in the dark. I don't know. Is this a rodeo event?
Yeah.
But they, so you got to let Colson know, 936-6262, Prairie Land Rentals text line, and you're into the draw to win those 2 tickets. Giving away, we had just had the SJHL report, the SJHL SportsCage hat. There was only 42 made.
Good-looking hat.
Really nice hat. Colson's going to take that on if you want to text that in. You got to let us know who is leading. Actually, who are the top 3 teams in the SportsCage.com power rankings?
Ooh.
SportsCage.com power rankings, top 3 teams, and then you have to come pick up the hat. We can't ship it.
I'll help you out a little bit. Don't pick Warman, Laurens, or Flint, or Melford. Don't pick those 3.
There you go. There's a hint from Sharky. So, one, if you're watching the stream, these are the hats right here. Very nice. Curtis was modeling them earlier. You can win. Let's go to Sprinkle of the Day for Sports Select. SportsSelect.com. You can make your picks on the QR code like I did, and sitting in my vehicle, and then I switched it at the last minute.
You know what? You'd have lost either way. You had it wrong.
I would have lost.
You had it wrong both ways.
Thank you. I do have this game in an over of 53, and currently with 45 seconds left in the second quarter, 17-14, the Cowboys win. The Cowboys winning.
Winning.
So, what do you think about the game tonight? Sprinkle of the day.
You know, it was
Joe Burrow's back.
Yeah, I don't think Joe Burrow is going to make that big a difference. He's been out for a long time. It's tough to get into the swing of things. The Baltimore Ravens are on a bit of a heater. What are they, 5 straight wins? They're playing really well. They've come around.
Cincinnati's 435 to win by more than 3 on the pro line.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's a big number, but I don't think it's there.
You could take the over-under action. 52.5.
That's what I'm going on.
I don't mind that. And if you go point spread, 7.5 Baltimore. See, in theory, that should be the play. But it's weird. It's Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. 1.5 days of practice kind of thing. So there you see it up on the board right now. Sprinkle of the day. You do not have to fill out the form anymore if you don't want. You can just go in with the QR code, let them scan it. Or if you want to go old school, must be 18 years of age or older to play. Every bet is 100% legal. You get cash in hand. Bet on the original. SportsSelect.com. Sorry, you wanted to say one more thing?
I'm taking under, and I'm taking Baltimore outright. So it's not much of a win.
No, it's still not bad. It's not a bad little parlay if you can put
I
them
need
together.
a win.
SportsSelect.com.
Taking a beating.
Glen Suitor in hour 3. We're live at Agribition. Look at that guy's cane coming. That's like a sheep herder cane. One of those
like a
long
shepherd.
ones. Is that called a cane?
Yeah.
Crofty. It's a sheep herder.
Yeah,
sheep herder. Look at me.
Yeah.
I've been here for 2 days. I know everything about the ag industry. It's a Sports Cage live at Agribition, streaming through our YouTube channel, sportscage.com. Hour 3 of the show, live from Agribition.
How's our entries coming in on the Crofty thing?
Lots of entries for rodeo tickets for Saturday night on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. The question is, what is Croft Electric sponsoring at the rodeo? It's for Access Communications on Thursday, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. And when Sharky is with me, he's brought to you by Flooring Superstore.
We're coming out on Monday. New flooring.
Over 20 years in business, cash and carry prices that can't be beat. But if you need flooring and they want someone to do the job,
Call them.
yeah,
Yeah.
local.
We don't do it.
Always support. And there's a lot of people getting the question wrong now.
Yeah, there's
People, they're
some
just
wags
taking
out there,
stabs
yeah.
in the dark. What
Yeah.
does Croft Electric sponsor at the rodeo? A lot of you are wrong. It's 2 words. There's your hint. It's 2 words. We also giving away a Sports Cage SJHL hat if you're out there driving. Who was our last interview in hour 1? The 2 people that got it right do not qualify for the hat. So if you're coming by, we are in the soccer center where if you used to play the ponies at Queensbury Downs, we're right on the track.
We're on the paddock, yeah.
We're right on the track. We're in the soccer center right by the big Degelman sign. Dutch agriculture over there. They got a couple of nice, comfy. I wonder if we could borrow one of those.
Those chairs.
Yeah, did you see
Yeah,
them?
I did.
Kellen Solar, sponsor of the Monday show. Right over there. Corey and Derek were here. They're busy. Lots of
Yeah.
people. Livestock operation. Watering.
Yeah. The cows don't go to the water.
The young ladies from the International Rural Exchange, we made friends with them, but
Yeah.
finding out that they need to change their systems. An 86-year-old can come work in Canada, but Sharky and I can't go work elsewhere.
It's kind of a Quebec thing.
It's capped at 35.
Yeah. Apparently. It's captain.
And then
it
we
might
started-
just be when we're talking.
Then they said you have to farm, and I'm like, okay, I'm out. But then they said you could be in the service industry. Bartender?
At a golf course.
At a golf course. Lock that down.
We're back in.
I'll give you guys a cut. I'll give you guys 20% of my wage.
Yeah.
That's good. 20%'s good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And then you got to clear it with my wife, too. It's time. Glen Suitor's waiting. Let's go.
Time now for press coverage with CFL and Saskatchewan Roughrider legend Glen Suitor on the Sports Cage. Brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. 781-2090.
Oh, there he did. If you're watching the stream, our boy, he did wear his cowboy hat. That thing looks good on you, Matt.
Yeah. You
Howdy, gentlemen. Howdy.
Yeah.
How are you? I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. It's fantastic. I've been listening to the show. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, can you bet on the rodeo there? Can you bet on it?
It depends. If you're with the right guys, you can, I'm sure. You mean legally? Legally, no.
No,
we haven't seen a book anywhere that you can bet on that. Yeah.
Good idea, though.
I was just wondering if you guys had, sprinkled on some of the rodeo events.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to now. Yeah. Now we're going to
Yeah. Bull riding. That'd be fun.
Right?
Things could go south in a hurry, though.
Yeah.
Your boy gets bucked off like a second in. Yeah, you're onto something, Glenn.
Yeah.
Let's talk to, you know what, I'll bring it up with Play Now or Sports Select.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
Anything legal. When's the last time you wore that cowboy hat?
Probably would have been in Nashville. Kenny Chesney was there for the big, the Nashville festival they have down there. It's like like Country Thunder, but in Nashville on Broadway. And they have... I remember it being surreal because on the outside stage, there was Kenny Chesney singing one of his songs. I was watching my kid play inside in a honky-tonk playing the same song. And I was like, and believe me, when I was down there, I I threw the cap on. I had the belt buckle. You got to go in. If you're all in, you're all in. Let's do it.
You might as well look the part. You're there, right? You're there. I always say I wear a jersey to the Rider game, but I know I'm not playing, so I can wear a cowboy hat to the rodeo.
You know, and sometimes, Sharky, when you've walked by the booth, I've noticed, I said, why isn't that looks like a star player? Why isn't he up there? That's a pro athlete body right there. He's got to get out there on the field.
I know you're lying. My tickets are on the other side. Okay.
No, it's, hey, I tell you, Dan, the rodeo last night, you were there.
It was fantastic.
The crowd. And then tonight, it's Thursday. What's the theme tonight?
I don't know. Is there a theme? I
think there is. And then Saturday, Glenn, sold out. But Croft Electric, you know Dan Croft, our fine sponsor here, he gave up 2 of his tickets for us to give away on the SportsCage for Saturday night. And that rodeo Saturday night is the hottest ticket in town.
Yeah.
I get people text, like, you know when a big concert rolls in or football going, people are like, hey, can you get me tickets to the rodeo Saturday night?
No.
Can you get me tickets to this? And then one guy said, hey, do you have a box?
Hey, trying to pull
aim high. Aim high. Aim high. Why wouldn't a guy? Okay, can you settle this for me? Yeah. Did anybody actually contact Coach Mace? Do you know anything? Have you done any research for me? Because, I don't know, was it faulty reporting? Was it, is there going to be a tampering investigation? What do you know?
Yeah, I did some digging today, and everyone wants to be completely anonymous here. They do not want names thrown around, so I'll honor that. You know, and I would put it this way, that both things can be true at the same time. That in our league, there's either 2 scenarios. One is that an organization is actually trying to talk to a coach in another organization which is tampering, but they're trying to get away with it anyway. I don't think that happened here. And but what can also be true is a friend of a friend says to the organization that's interested, yeah, he's not going anywhere. I talk to him all the time, and he's staying in Regina. He's not going anywhere. Corey Mace has just signed an extension. He's staying there. And so while there was interest in other teams, I mean, that officially could be considered tampering as well, to talk to a friend who knows him and, what do you get a good feeling? Because if we think it's possible, we're going to ask for permission. And, I could see, in the past, there's been that kind of scenario happen many times. A former assistant coach, they work together. He's talking to the GM. He says, I talk to Corey all the time, and he's not going anywhere. So don't waste your time there. So no official, Jeremy O'Day told us 2 days ago that they didn't reach out to the team for permission. So now the question is, did they go around that to try and tamper? I don't think that happened. But in our league, those sort of friendships and one organization to another and, those kind of things can happen.
We would call this then gossip and innuendo. Is that that's where we classify this? Yeah.
Exactly, Sharky. But it also could, the interest that the Argos likely had could also be true.
Well, sure. So they want the Grey Cup coach.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think there was any egregious false reporting here or things like that. I just think that in our league you can communicate 3 or 4 people down the road and get a good feel for whether or not you actually want to pursue permission to talk to another team about their coach or a player or whatever it may be. So I know that is clearing it up as much as mud, but
no, it did because it's a check of a check of a check, right?
Right.
Hey, you talk to Corey all the time. Is he happy? Like, what's going on, right?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
No, you know what? Okay, he just won the Grey Cup. He just got a contract extension. Things are awesome.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
Yeah.
Do you want to come work at an absolute dumpster fire in Toronto?
Yeah, well, when you get the golf course gig, then that's where the bartender golf course gig. That's where I'm going to be talking to Sharky, saying, "Hey, what's the chances of us getting on for a freebie or whatever?"
You guys keep your wallets in your pants. You guys, if I'm working at a golf course, especially at a bar, you guys are good. Especially come in with a hat like that.
Yeah. We'll play with those hats.
I love it. I love it.
What do you think? You think Winnipeg is going to have a new OC this year?
Yeah, it sounds like it. And I think that the Toronto question is there. One of the guys that for the OC job, one of the guys that is available is Tommy Condell, and I think when you look at him from Ottawa, you're sort of probably 50-50 looking at it, because his resume says this would be a great hire. He knows Zach. He's, familiar with the style of offense they're running, all of those things. So that makes a lot of sense in that regard. However, if you look at Ottawa's offense over the last 2 years, underproduced, under-delivered. So, I think there's a little bit of concern in that regard, although I'm a fan of Tommy Condell's. I certainly think he's one of the great coordinators in the game, and he didn't forget that over the last couple of years. It's also a personnel issue and things like that in Ottawa. So, I think that would be a name. With the Argo thing, I'm wondering if by now they just look at the assistant list, and that would include. Well, if it's Costanza, then he could try to do the opposite, because
the bizarro world.
Yeah, if he did the opposite, because if every instinct you've ever had is not correct, then doing the opposite would mean it's absolutely correct.
Well played.
But Pete Costanza is one of the young guys that's out there, and probably on the list. If I were to hedge a bet, if I were to sprinkle here, I might be looking at Mike Miller, the quarterback coach. Long resume, been around both leagues, and let's be honest. I might get in trouble for this, but let's be honest. When it includes Toronto, if they can somehow link the NFL to it, they want to do it. And I'm of the opinion of, okay, fine, whatever. But if there's a coach that has the NFL on his resume, he's more interesting to the Toronto folks than any other team in the league, probably.
So we're not talking Rick Campbell then? That boat sailed? Is that done?
I think he'd be on the list. He's in a different category though. Like he's in the do we retread that tire, and do we go back and look at a guy who's had a couple of opportunities now. So I think with the success of Corey Mace, the success of Ryan Dinwiddie coming in as coordinators and getting their first opportunities and then being as successful as they had, these things work in trends, right? Like, sometimes it's bringing back the coaches that have all the experience, and that happens to be a trend for 3 or 4 years. And then the trend shifts because the successful teams all of a sudden have these young coaches with new approaches and, stand up in front of their team with a new look or new approach to it. And because they've been successful, Ryan Dinwiddie with 2 cups in his last 3 years and Corey with his cup this year, I would think that Mike Pinball Clemens and Keith Pelly in Toronto are taking the young guy list and putting it at the top of the priority and saying, let's go through these interviews first. And then Rick Campbell, we know what he can do. And Mike Benavides would be in that category too.
Well, that's what we were talking to Arash about. Yeah, I think the young guy thing is the play. Personally, my gut's just telling me that that's going to be their option.
I think so too. I agree with you that I think there's the flavor of the day, if you will, is bring in somebody young and new and let him explore rather than retread.
Is it? Does Chad Kelly have anything to do with decisions, do you think?
No, I would be surprised if he does. I would be. You know, I would he be kept in the loop? Probably asked his opinion, but I'd be surprised if they're trying to, you know, match a guy not match a guy with Kelly. That's the wrong way to say it, because that definitely would be important. But I think to get his permission on a guy is too far. I don't think. And plus, is he going to play again?
Well, that's my next question. Is he going to come back?
Yeah, I mean, this whole year of he's on the 6th game, we could pull him off early. He's 2 weeks away. He's 1 week away, and then we're at Labor Day. He's 3 weeks away, and then he's like he might not play the whole season, and now he's out the whole season. I want to see him out there throwing the ball in a real game before we even, get his opinion on who should be the coach.
He may not even play.
Again, yeah, exactly. And they need to bring in some quarterbacks just in case.
Yeah. Shea Patterson. Keep your phone handy. So here's a little tidbit. We're going to run the interview. Brendon LaBatte was on with us in hour 1, and then part of that we had Mitch Picton join us via Zoom, and Mitch is still obviously living off the high of this Grey Cup, and they're still celebrating and all that. Sharky flat out asked him, when's the plans? What are the plans? What are you doing? I would say if I was a betting man, Mitch is leaning towards retirement.
I would. He didn't sound like he was raring to go for another year.
Right now.
Yeah.
He's been partying for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The boys have been buckled for a while. Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. And good for them. They absolutely deserve it. I hadn't talked to Mitch nearing the end of the year or anything like that, so I don't have any inside info on that decision.
That was kind of us giving you some inside. That was us giving you some Agribition inside info here. But it to your point though, he's a Canadian. He's a local guy. He's versatile. Plays
a whole offense.
Plays a lot of different spots. Knows the playbook. Reliable, clutch. He's even been used quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he catches every ball that comes his way.
He's not that old, but he said a 31-year-old receiver is a lot different than a 39-year-old quarterback.
Yeah. And a way to go out.
No question. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's no question that you go out on top, you go out, and then you come back for the ring ceremony, get your Grey Cup ring, which – the money comes and goes, but you'll always have that ring and be part of that team and that run. And you think of it this way for Mitch too. He's been a guy that's been on and off the roster, and played sort of in a rotation type role, and that's harder to do than you might imagine. I mean, you want to be the guy, and he's got the skills to be the guy. But they also have so much depth at Canadian receiver. I mean, Schaefer, Baker, and Emelis alone. I mean, unless you're going with 5 Canadians, he's going to be in a rotation position. And at 31, does he want to start fresh with a new team?
No.
Get a different
no. Chakai.
We'll stop that right there.
He said, "I am not playing anywhere else."
Yeah.
Basically, but basically.
Yeah, so exactly. So that's my point, is that he doesn't want to do that. He's not going to at 31 say, okay, let's go start with Calgary and see if I can make this team and all of that stuff. That's not going to happen. So, I won't be surprised if he looks at life after the game. When you're in the game, you don't think there's life after the game. But there is.
Okay. What about the big game? Another Seinfeld. Anyway.
Okay, I got a different question. The Seinfeld episode references are unlimited here. What does Glen Suitor do in the off-season? Like, do you go back to the Caymans now and teach scuba diving, or what do you do in the off-season?
Pretend he's Tim McGraw.
Yeah, I grab my guitar, Sharky. I sit out in the back porch and, work on songs. Work on some Tim McGraw, like, truck, yeah, something like that, whatever. Mix in some Garth.
So you're saying if I come out, bring the axe. Bring the axe with me if I'm coming out for a visit. We'll get together.
No question. Bring the axe and the hat. You got to bring, as we used to call this in our young days, bring the prop, because you're going to need.
You know what? If we had budget, you know what would be another fun show to do? Live show from Glen's lawn.
And the bear come by. Could the bear come? Can you schedule the bear in?
Wouldn't that be great?
If the bear can hear music, he probably won't come by. Unless he's had a few pops somewhere, he's not coming by. The more you enjoy the beverages, the better the band sounds. And even though we're all here's an idea though. We'll do a campfire in Saskatchewan and bring in some listeners, and everybody sings along. Sharky, you play lead. I don't play lead, so you're gonna have to
play lead. You're the lead. Yeah.
I'll do Dan Seals and Don Williams.
And he's on
give
the
me
tambourine.
the songs. Give me the songs in advance. I'll learn the chords, and if I don't have them, it's just a quick call to my son. There's a couple of things. Like, one is my computer's not working. What do? He tells me to turn it off and start again. And the other is, hey, I need to learn this song. And he says, send me the song. I'll send you a video of my hands working the guitar.
That's like my mom. The clicker's not working. The clicker. Okay. Anyways, we started it with it.
Yeah.
Just so we're all aware, it's the opposite episode, season 5, episode 21. And the line was, "Hi, my name is George. I'm unemployed, and I live with my parents."
Well, hi, George. How are you? We ordered the same thing. If every instinct you've ever had was wrong, then the opposite must be right.
You're a beauty. All right. Have a good weekend, Glenn. Catch up next week.
Here, one other quick one from Costanza. It's not a lie if you believe it.
One of my faves. One of my faves. Yeah.
Yeah. You're definitely getting a card from me and something from the Human Fund.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Next week.
Nice, Glenn.
See you guys.
Press coverage with Glen Suitor is brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating. Professional service is guaranteed. Bronco Plumbing and Heating. They'll treat you right. 781-2090. Thought my furnace was on the fritz again.
Uh-oh.
I was like, Bronco Plumbing and Heating getting a call, but luckily it was because it's cold now. Now we're getting into the real stuff.
Were the kids playing with a thermostat again?
I love the people that are at this awesome event.
Yeah.
That are not from here, and they are bundled up. They're like, we're going to a show where? Then I'm expensing one of those Canada Goose jackets. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, the big down jacket.
Whatever the $400 jacket is. If you're sending me up there, and it's like I said, it's getting real. I'm a vest guy. I'm underdressed when I leave this facility.
Oh, I was underdressed.
And I got to walk.
Too. Yeah, parking was a challenge here today.
I had to go buy a blanket, wrap myself up in it as I walk. $1,500 for those jackets?
Those are those guys from Mexico that we saw come in with those jackets.
Too bad Glenn wasn't still on. We're talking about the puffy coat. The puffy coat episode. It's a Sports Cage. 936-6262. You want to win tickets to Saturday night's rodeo, courtesy of Croft Electric. Get in the answer. We need the answer of what is the event that Croft Electric is sponsoring at this year's rodeo. And also we got an SJHL Sports Cage hat to give away.
It's a good event. It's a big event. It's early in the rodeo if you're mixed up or lost track of.
Go Patsies.
Go Patsies, yeah.
They're starting to roll in.
Yeah. They're probably having to park 5 miles away, too.
They are, and they don't wear socks. The young kids these days.
No socks in their shoes.
Dress pants. Dress shoes, no socks.
And the dress
Who thought
pants
that
are too
was a
short.
good look?
Yeah. Why are the pants so short? Like, it's not.
I know.
There's no water out there. There's snow.
We used to have a guy work at our office, and he was like, does he know how short his pants are? It's a Sports Cage. We're live at Agribition.
We're old.
Streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com and on 620 CKRM. What a heater going on right now at the Montana's Canadian curling trials. McEwen up against Dunstone. In the second end, 1-0. McEwen leads. On the women's side, it will be Black and Homan going tomorrow. Best of 3 finals there. We'll keep you updated here on the Sports Cage. Listen to Dave in the morning as well. NFL football today. Green Bay Packers 31-24 over. Ugh, still bothers me. Over the Detroit Lions. I don't know how that happened. Kansas City and Dallas right now. At last check, Dallas was up, I think, 17-14?
17-14, 10 and change to go in the third.
We're trying to watch it as we go along here tonight. Cincinnati and Baltimore, 7:20 kickoff there.
Big news out of Edmonton.
What was it?
They guarantee they're not going to lose today or tomorrow.
Because they don't play. I get it. I get what you did there. AAA midget tonight over there at the Sixer. Pat Canadians hosting the Swift Current Legionnaires. 7:45 puck drop. The rodeo continues over here. Assiniboia Southern Rebels are at the Regina Silver Foxes in the PJ. 7:45. And Western Hockey League Moose Jaws in Calgary. That's your sports ticker in hour 3, brought to you by Regina Steelcraft Doors. Made in Western Canada for Western Canada. They got a 40,000 square foot facility. If you need a door, Regina Steelcraft Doors. What are you looking at?
What else we got coming up?
Well, we got tickets to give away. I don't know how you're doing that, Cole said, man. Did we get a lot of text messages?
Yeah.
People want to go to the rodeo Saturday. And still you have...
a lot of them got it wrong, though.
You have 5 minutes if you want to go.
Yeah.
Rodeo. Saturday night. It's more of the party. You want to go to the party. If you're the person that wants to be seen in and around Regina, Saturday night.
Spray tan guy.
Deep V-neck. Ladies, you know you're going to get all dolled up. It is the party in the dirt. Is that what they call it?
Yep.
Dance in the dirt? That'd be bad. That'd sound better.
It's party in the dirt.
Party in the dirt after?
Yeah.
It's the Saturday night. Croft Electric gave up 2 of his tickets to the Sports Cage. But you got to let us know, what event does Crofty sponsor at the rodeo? We had the SJHL report with Benny Walchuk. We still have that hat. If you're listening and you want the new Sports Cage SJHL hat that Curtis is modeling, you got to let us know what was our last interview in hour 1.
That was a good interview.
Last interview in hour 1.
Individual.
SJHL that's good hockey. We got to get out to a game here, Sharky. It's brought to you by Chad Reach, Senior Wealth Advisor.
How's the budget? Where are we going to go?
GP Financial Services and Avisa Wealth. Employee plans, they might not be right for you. You got to get a second opinion. You can call Chad and his experienced team. Pat's off. They lost last night in Everett.
You know what? They lost 8-3, but they were their shots on goal, 39-34. That tells me that the team's getting better, right? They're at least in the mix, right?
And we talked about it.
That was a game. That was a bar you got to measure yourself to. So, you're disappointed with the loss, but you measured yourself better against the top team in the West. So, yep.
If you missed any of it, you want to go back. Brendon LaBatte in hour 1 was awesome. Grey Cup champ, just talking about this year's Grey Cup and what he saw in that game. He thinks Jamarcus Hardrick should, and then I'm going to leave you the tease. You got to go back and listen to it, podcast form. You can find it on YouTube as well. Then Mitch Picton came on, which we're going to rerun that a bit here in about 5 minutes' time, because you asked him flat out what his plans were. And like we were talking to Glenn, he's not very interested in playing football for anybody else, unless it's his cousin's flag team.
Yeah.
Which they are in the flag league here.
Good team.
Yeah. And then we had Arash Madani, of course. The last interview in hour 1, I'm not going to say who it was because we're still giving away the hat. That was awesome. That was fun to learn.
Yes.
That was fun to learn about that.
Yes.
I've never talked to a barrel racer. And we learned a lot about barrel racing.
Breakaway thrower.
Breakaway roping. I didn't even know breakaway roping was a thing.
Yeah, it is.
And how many events they go to a year?
45.
That's a lot of traveling. 3 horses. I would have been like, when you asked that question, how many horses did you bring with you? I'm like, what a dumb question. 1. She's like, 3.
No.
And then she's like, and then you were like, how many horses do you have?
20.
I'm like, okay, obviously, I'm the dummy.
Well, it's like the Outriders that work the arena ring. They bring like 4 horses. They use different horses for different events.
Like the pickup guys?
The pickup guys, yeah.
Yeah, man.
And they're cool. Like, they're the coolest guys at the rodeo.
They are.
They are the coolest guys at the rodeo.
Bull riders are up there. Steer wrestlers.
The steer wrestlers they're okay, but
yeah, pickup guys.
Pickup guys are the coolest guys because everybody wants them. Everybody needs them. You can't have a rodeo without them.
They're usually slender, fit.
Yeah,
big up. They're big fellas.
Horses. There was a
nice horse. The horses look good. They should have sit up there and smoke. They're so cool. They are, man.
With a cigarillo, not a cigarette. A cigarillo.
Yeah.
There was a couple things last night at the rodeo, and I don't know that they're going to do it every night, but there's a woman who has she comes in with 3 horses. She rides 1 and 2 come in with her. And those horses are so well trained that she's able to get those horses to do things while she's not on them. So she rides 1, and the other 2 listen to her instructions and do things with her.
So it's like intermission kind of thing?
It is kind of an intermission thing, right?
Yeah.
As you're setting up between events.
Swift Current Legionnaires rolling into town at the 6th tonight, eh, boys?
Them guys, yeah.
Tough one.
Yeah.
Tough. Play that trap. 1-2-2.
Yeah. Lock up the neutral zone.
Saw a few of the Regina Pack Canadian boys walk in again, too. They're kind of closing up here. A lot of people walking out with product today more than yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of people walking out with product. Some people sit at their booths and knit.
Yeah.
We found... Sorry, crochet. What are you crocheting? A skirt. There you go, Sharky.
I thought it was a sweater.
You thought it was a blouse.
Yep.
It's not. But other elsewhere, I love your Oilers thing. But there's a lot of NHL games tomorrow.
Yeah. Everybody plays, I think, except the Oilers tomorrow.
Did you hear this news? I probably should have mentioned this later in the show instead of with 4 minutes left. Saskatoon's getting an arena football team.
So I've been trying to find some I'm trying to do some research on this.
I reached out to them today. They're not ready to. No, that's the wrong league.
I know. There's different arena football leagues.
The website was somewhat vague, but it did say welcoming Saskatoon to the league. And then there's a European division, and a North American division, and the North American teams. I'm like, hey, right away, how are you going to make this travel work? I guess they make it work in the lacrosse, kind of. You just play on weekends. Like the guys don't live there.
No.
You just fly them in. Hey, Mitch Picton.
Little arena ball.
Maybe a little arena ball for the fella.
Yeah, go play in Europe.
No, play here.
Stuttgart. Well,
play in Saskatoon.
Play in Stuttgart. It's. I mean, the
Where's
announcement
that? Where's Stuttgart?
Germany.
I'd like to go there.
The International Arena League, it's called.
Yeah.
Previously announced Las Vegas, Cincinnati, and Glasgow. The Tartans.
I could work there.
Newly announced Dusseldorf, Stuttgart, Utah, England, which I'm assuming is London, Halifax, Zurich, Arizona, and Saskatoon.
That is so much traveling. Hey, where's your road trip to? Zurich. What?
I would imagine you go to Europe, you play twice.
Or you do even go there. That's the final. You do even the North American thing. Saskatoon to Cincinnati isn't an easy. You got to connect. Hopefully that connector is working. But I bet you it'd be like lacrosse where they don't really live here.
Yeah.
They come in and play on weekends. You thought it was lingerie ball again.
Well, I thought
remember
that
indoor
was
lingerie
cool.
football?
That was. I'll tell you what.
They were good.
Those women don't get enough credit. I mean, their outfits were sketchy as football, but they were knocking the crap out of each other. Like, they played hard.
They were good.
They were good. They were really good.
What happened to that? Like, that was like. How many games did they play in Regina?
I think just 2 or 3. It wasn't many.
How weird was that? Like, when you think about it, it's like, all right, just a bunch of weirdos sitting around. We're going to have a lingerie football league. What?
When you say it out loud, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, but this is real arena football. I've never been to an arena football game. I was going to go to one in Arizona a long time ago, and I forget what happened. We got sidetracked. It'd be cool to watch.
I mean, I'd go watch one.
I bet you that Saskatoon would support it like crazy off the get-go.
And then
it would maybe fizzle a little bit.
Yeah, they'd have to win.
But then, how many games? Maybe there's only 2 home games.
The details are thin.
Yeah, I told you, the website is sketch, man.
Yeah, it is thin. They've got 11 teams announced, but yeah.
Allegedly.
The 12th team comes on December 15th on a documentary.
14-game schedule.
14-game schedule.
Every team plays 14 games. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical. I did reach out to someone. They weren't ready to talk. That's basically what the email said. We're not ready yet. Maybe in a couple weeks. I'm like, all right. Okay, Mitch Picton with Brendon LaBatte.
That was very cool.
Is coming up. Thanks for being here the last 2 days.
Thanks, man.
I'm here all by myself tomorrow. You're hunting.
You'll be fine.
Pheasant hunting. Curtis will be here. I'm bringing Curtis on tomorrow. We got Farhan Lalji. We got Eric Francis. We got, I think, Sean Kindop from Agribition. And maybe some more rodeo, maybe some more local flavor on that. It's an abbreviated show only till 4:30 tomorrow.
Pat game.
Regina Pats are in the United States, which is Black Friday.
And the Portland Winterhawks tomorrow.
So, yeah, Mitch Picton coming up with Brendon LaBatte to end things off. It is a Sports Cage live from Agribition. Thanks to Ritchie Brothers again. 113 in the International Trade Building. If you want to talk about land sales and equipment sales, big Saskatoon sale coming up soon.
Yes, big Saskatoon.
Yeah, all right.
Enjoy the rodeo Saturday, whoever wins the tickets.
Oh, the Swift Current boys are back. Yeah, if you guys were coming, I would have told you to bring me some wongs. I would have known. It's the Sports Cage. We're streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.